Oh.
Hello and welcome back to after a very long break. Some D&D with the Runtime Initiative. Tonight we're going to be playing some Mihraen after, oh my goodness, how long has it been?
Well over a month.
About almost exactly
weeks?
2 months.
Yeah, I drew that.
Our last session was on February 6th.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
look at it, gets worse the longer.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize that it went that far. Yeah.
Yeah. I was out for a month, and then we had some sickness and
Some Tiamat issues.
some Tiamat issues,
I thought about it.
lingering dragon problems. But anyway, here we are. We're back. So who remembers anyone's name?
I'm Reese.
Totally not Jag Reese.
Not
No.
Jag.
Zeke.
It's me, not Jack.
It's me, not Jag.
Is Jag sitting here without his ear? Also maybe without his brain?
Oh yeah, that's true. We do
We
have
have
him.
earless.
His
salty
brain's in
Jag.
there.
Mhm.
It's no one's home. Correct. At least Jag,
Correct.
or at least Jag's
Oh,
home.
and we have sweet boy, what's his name?
Gerard.
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 Jerar, by the way.
Oh, well. Okay.
Yep.
J, wait, what?
Jerar.
Yeah.
J E
Yeah.
R.
Like Winrar, but
It only
Why?
matters. It only
Why?
matters because
Not-
when I see it in Slack, I'm just like, who?
You know, Cinder. Oh.
Oh,
I
okay.
got the last two letters right. D-R-U-A-R, it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So last session, I'm even trying to remember. I think it was pretty straightforward last session. Anyone want to fill us in?
We discussed compass directions
Yep.
at some
We
point.
did.
Yep. So there was some confusion around which way is north, which way is south,
Well,
and that's
We were
Jordan
trying to get
was
back
confused
to correct.
around which way
I
was
just wanted to
north.
be clear.
Yeah.
There was one guy.
I
who was
convinced
confused.
there
everyone
was
else.
confusion.
There was
Mechanically.
one guy who was confused.
One guy confused the rest of
Causing
us
a
as to which
problem.
way was north.
Yeah.
Everyone trusted Jordan about a compass, and
Right.
therein lies
Regretted
the
it.
mistake.
Was it last session that we were stealthing through the creepy mist with the creepy people with their creepy giggling?
So that was 2 sessions ago.
Okay.
Last
Oh.
session,
So we got past the mist.
a large part of the session was fighting the Kavef, the large sort of
Yeah.
hulking thing that rolled its way at you.
And someone had stabbed it,
Yep.
all jerky like,
Yeah, you found
made it angry at us.
you found a spear stuck in its side.
Totally was having a bad day, but she took a bath.
You crept up to some
That's true.
bushes and got attacked by these nasty ants that crawled out of them.
Oh yeah. That clicked. Yeah. I was like, that thing that rolled up to us. Ants. Fire
Reese-
ants. I remember.
Reese was part of Solor's Warhounds.
Yep.
That is correct.
Oh yeah, we got backstory.
Mm-hmm. We heard quite a bit from Reese. You talked about the guarding of Ferthane.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote all this down and I didn't bring those notes.
Did I write that down?
The classic Ferthane Trail of Tears.
Hey man, gotta make room.
Yep.
It's true. I'm a big dude. Get out of my way.
I did write that down.
We
Personal
realized
space
that
is
the
subjective.
the black goo leaves cool tats on you afterwards.
Yep. The black goo causes the
Some
tattooing
people need a
that
few
you
feet, some
see
people need a
on a
country.
lot of the New Zir, especially kind of Helsef has a lot of those markings sort of all over him. Jordan and Drent, you talked about gun modifications
Oh, we did.
that you'd like to make once you get back, and Jordan is just sort of
I'm very sad.
yeah.
The looking glass does not show you. It's not a full scry. It shows you home. But on the other hand, we do think we can look potentially at the attic where a guy might be potentially
Galen.
still tied up with the looking glass.
With a couple cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys wake up Tully makes a killer breakfast. Really, really tasty breakfast.
It's almost like I'm gonna get a feed for this one day.
Imagine.
Okay, why don't you just keep using your hands though?
Yeah.
Imagine how much more impressive it would be. You're a halfling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably bigger than her hands, right?
It's gotta be. A feet. Is that what they call a ruler in Mihraen?
Our halfling, our halfling feet like hobbit feet, where they're like just canonically really hairy and gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just,
Aren't
like, make you
halflings
delicious.
just like
They're
non
hobbits. They're
Lord of the Rings hobbits?
Yeah,
Yes.
trademark.
Trademark free.
Trademarkable.
Non-infringing or non
Legally distinct
Yes,
hobbits.
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got some nasty feet. It's fine.
Just
But,
like
but
this
not the ones
delicious
you want.
zero sugar Napple. It's definitely not Snapple.
Napple.
No way. All right,
Or McRonald's.
All right.
we're
So-
going to correct.
So you guys, you all continue walking. You set out making your way still further from the Kavef and the fight that was ensuing. Over the terrain, you continue to go through the sort of low trees and bushes, sort of pressing up on the right and left of the Greystone Road that you're walking on. As you come over the crest of a hill, as you come up along a hill, you begin to hear some voices on the other side of it.
How long since we've left the beast?
Be about a half hour.
Do they sound like people who just maybe stabbed something last night and talking about how cool their stabbing job was?
Make a perception check.
A very specific insight check.
That's a 3. That fits. Three plus
All you hear
plus.
is
You gotta put the ears up next
murmuring.
instead of the.
6 total.
6 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not able to make out any specific words. But if you all continue going,
Do we wait? Cause like we left the heroes behind. It's fine. I got my rages back.
Oh yeah, remind me.
she says in
So I-
character.
I know we got a short rest in.
You
Did
got
we
a
also
long
get
rest.
a long rest too? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because we killed the
Kind
thing and then like
Oh,
I
that's
took
right.
a
We
wash in the
just
stream.
we were just starting to do like
Made
some
breakfast.
degree of new travel mechanic rules.
Yeah, but I think the long rest.
Because I just made breakfast.
We said you'd be okay. Yeah.
Give someone a potion of vitality.
I
I just remember
you
we
guys are
talked
fine
about
on
we
this
used
long
it.
rest.
We did use that. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That was part of the Great Escape.
Use
Why
one.
do I still have this in
All
my?
right, I'm gonna roll a d20. If it is
Potion that
odd,
got rid of
Yeah,
one of my
saved you.
How many
then I'll
levels
get
of
back my
exhaustion am I at?
barbarian
One.
hit die for that long rest. I forgot to
Fine.
because you get half of them back when you
Mm.
long
Forgot
rest.
about
So wait, why are you rolling?
Oh, just to determine which of the hit die I get back. One of them's gonna be a fighter level, but I
Are you
also I have
exhausted?
no. I used short rest
Oh,
hit
yeah.
dice
You only get half
at some
of your
point.
hit dice
You
back.
get half of them back in the long rest, but I have one barbarian one and 3
So,
fighter
like-
ones. So one's gonna be a fighter, obviously, and then I'm gonna see if
Short
it's
rest.
barbarian or a fighter for the other one. So odd is
Do you
barbarian.
not just pick?
Oh, I don't know.
You
I
should-
just
I feel like
was
you
just
just
gonna roll
pick.
for
You
it.
can just pick.
No, I'm rolling for it.
All right.
It's a 20,
So
which I said odd was barbarian, so I get 2 fighter ones
Wow, that's the one time that a 20 is said.
Yeah.
back. Right?
What a waste.
I don't.
You should have made it evens with barbarian.
It's fine. Just try.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Look, man, I bet it all on black and it was red.
It's gonna happen.
Definitely gonna be black next time.
Yep.
So as you continue to come over the hill, you see down a bit of a ravine after you, or down the other side of the hill in front of you, is a large wagon that has gone off the side of the road and is smashed into a big, kind of peculiar-looking dirt mound. There's
They crashed into this thing's burrow.
There's about you see a number of people, like half dozen people, sort of walking around the road. Two people standing alongside the road, and 4 people kind of near the wagon, but no one's standing at it yet, and they're all clearly trying to figure out something to do about it.
I waltz on up with my rustic hospitality that makes me have friends, places.
Wait,
Say, hey, folks! What's going on here?
Just going up there.
I guess that was like a whole lot of not my problem.
Yeah, so as you walk up,
Well, do I know these people? Because I know, like, everyone in the town.
you don't recognize them.
Okay.
Ship it.
Ship it?
Send it. Pan first.
But yeah, so as you walk up, you come up to a pretty big, stout dwarf who stands with a commanding air. Looks over. He's yelling some orders. No, you don't. You can't go over there. Try getting some of the rope and looping it around the back axle. And then as you walk up, he looks over.
Hi!
Hello.
How's it going?
He looks over at the wagon and back to you. Well, things have been better.
You guys wouldn't have happened to run into like a rolly beast thingy last night, would you? Have?
That we saw it. Close avoided it. That thing looked mighty pissed, but we somehow kept away.
Okay, so it was angry when you encountered it.
I think those things are damn always angry. I'm sorry. I'm Leap 4 Stout Stand.
What's her last name? Tommy Toss Cobble. Nice to meet you.
Memory loss not uncommon.
What's
after
my
concussions. Like, we're fine.
Oh, sorry.
One heck of a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh man, I slept good. What's my name again?
It's my name.
I had this dream where I was an owl. It was very...
Rustic hospitality. I know everyone. I don't remember my name now. That's the.
I got a minus
The
one
SpongeBob
intelligence.
thing. Oh god, we
Fine.
threw everything else that wasn't related to
As
fine
long as you
dining.
acknowledge that I'm just slightly taller than him.
It's not, for the record. I
Just a little bit though.
I think I know what the problem is.
The
The broken
wait, you
cart.
know.
Yeah, no, you can't park there.
Well, unfortunately, you can. It's the recovering aspect that is the problem.
Can't always leave the parking spot safely.
It cannot leave the parking spot.
Yeah. Where are you guys headed?
We're trying to get back to Corette with the.
Oh, okay.
He points at the. So on the back of the wagon is, underneath sort of a structured canvas, you notice a big mass of greystone that they're hauling.
What is...
It's the energy shipment from the storm runners. I'm the. Sorry. I'm the carrier of this wagon.
Well, we're heading. We're from Corette as well. Who's your contact there? I'm actually deputy to the sheriff. Telescope, very important.
Collective
Well,
sigh.
that's great. So you would know that this is a relatively common thing. That the storm runners would bring the electricity. You don't know a whole lot more than that, but it is a thing that they do.
Okay.
My contact is Isaac Messalt. You would recognize the name.
Messalt?
Yeah.
Who's? Wait, Isaac?
Aset.
Asset.
I-C-E-T.
Oh, that was gonna be right. I-C-E-T.
Not to be
Iced
confused with.
tea.
Iced tea missile.
Good friend Ice Cube.
He's gonna be
Okay.
he's gonna be a water faucet.
Bum bum.
Hang on, wait.
I said iced tea, miss salt. It's just gonna be watered down after a while.
So where are you guys traveling from?
From the only one place we come from, really, with a shipment. It's the Alstramen.
I don't remember where that is.
A-L?
Big mountain in the Storm Range, south.
Tallest one.
Okay, individual. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
It's south.
That's where.
Yeah, have you guys run into any of those? You know about the Heroes of the Word?
We've noticed one or two, and at the mention of that, a gnome walks up who's been sort of pacing up and down the road, not really doing anything to help anything. Walks up, and she's a little older and comes up in these kind of dusty red robes with some gold fringe to them. The here's, you say?
Is the smile? Is she
Go ahead and roll insight.
Can I roll? Does she have ears?
Can I roll? Is she wearing a
I'll give you
Ears
this
check.
one for free. You see 2 ears.
Okay.
tie-dye
And her
one
robes,
too
her
few.
robes are not at all like the robes of the Heroes of the Word.
11.
11. You don't notice anything particularly recognizable about her smile.
Mm-hmm.
They're an interesting bunch.
Oh yeah? What'd you think about them?
Well, they from what I've seen, I haven't seen a whole lot. I'm sorry, my accent's wrong on her. It will change over time.
What's her name again?
We don't know. She's a
Yeah,
little
you don't
lady.
know.
Oh, I thought you introduced yourself. Okay. Then what I wrote down, I will now.
Famous
I
for
erased.
iced tea.
Wait, is the other
The
person whose name
the,
now?
the
Ice is the person.
sorry, give me a second to think.
Why is it this person?
Water tea.
It's been a very long time since I've had to fake accents. Surprisingly, I didn't do that much.
You didn't practice?
No.
You didn't practice in Thailand, eh?
Just going up to random people.
Good eye,
In
mate.
addition to the inability to like communicate in a language,
Let
Yep.
me make this even worse.
yeah.
Let's put another.
I actually just practiced a lot of my Asian
Body.
accents, you know? Didn't make many friends. Yeah, it's probably going to change as I go through the ending. They seem they seem interesting, don't you think? Their group seems to spread a little too readily. They seem to make their ways into towns, and then next time we come through, the towns are all about them. And from what I can tell, they don't do anything. It's a fascinating group. What do you know about them?
This person's creeping me out.
I agree.
Just steer clear of their leg if you can.
Cut them loud enough to hear.
Oh, I said that
100%,
audibly.
yeah.
What would you
This
say?
was not a secret.
person's
I said
creeping
it
me out.
creeped me out.
I do like peanut gallery, Zeke.
Is my compass, out of curiosity, being pulled towards the Greystone?
No.
Dang it. Alright. Fury 2 is gone.
That was also,
That was also-
Stefan had the same thought.
Uh,
And just as a reminder, because it's been a while, the blade fragment that I have, we established that points in the direction. That was more westerly, not south, correct?
Actually, I'm sorry. Your blade fragment is pointing south. Your compass, Jordan. Did we establish that your compass was pointing in a different direction than
Yes.
the blade fragment?
Oh, wait.
It is pointing towards the Greystone.
Oh,
That block that's with.
Yeah.
like hard at that.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh.
Oh,
Hooray.
magnets. Electromagnet.
huh?
How the fuck does that work?
That no one knows. It's a common mystery.
Transcends planes.
So, did Reese say, like, stay away from them,
Yeah.
to them reaction?
Well, I have no desire to join them, if that's what you mean.
Well, from what we've seen, it doesn't much matter whether you desire to join them or not. And I will unhood what I assume is a hooded jag with no ears.
Is
he awake? Is he...
Yeah, I actually meant to ask about that too.
he would be awake unless you would be.
I fed
Zeke
him
has
some
been
breakfast,
sleeping
I
on.
think.
Historically speaking.
Well, not constantly. Only when he struggles.
He would eventually sort of be awake and not struggling. Be sort of
Walking with us?
in kind of a zombie state. Just sort of.
Zombie-like.
Zombie-like.
I have advantage against undead.
Except not. Except.
But I'm sorry. What? So is he? And he is in his robe, his gray robe, right?
Yeah, we didn't have any other clothes for him.
I have noticed some of them missing an ear.
Yeah, less ears.
Did you take the other one?
No. No.
Not.
They
Well,
eventually will
alright,
take
hold
you.
on. Who the hell are you?
Rich.
Well, I'm poor.
Yeah, so based on the cart, is that accurate?
She sort of holds her hand out.
Is that your name or is that like a condescending statement? Like, I know my position financially.
Well.
Is that how we're doing this?
Oh, your position financially. I was going to say I could just call myself short then, couldn't I?
Yeah. And him slightly shorter than me.
But as far as she can't see the tops of her head, so she can't
That's
judge.
true.
She can't
Roll
judge.
perception.
You seem like the same height to me.
Pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, close. If you're not measuring, it's pretty close.
Well,
Anyways,
Rich, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Well, I don't know if the. It's a
Good.
pleasure to meet
What-
her. I don't know if it's a pleasure. For
You
me to
said
meet
you
yet.
said they don't seem to have much choice.
Correct.
How?
Just getting close
Are
to
they-
one of the wrong people can
Wait, but-
sort of make you suddenly want to join them even when you did it before.
Interesting.
Do you guys just trust everybody you meet?
The downside of warning people who don't seem to be indoctrinated seems pretty low to me. So
I mean,
This
this guy, Gerard, that's what happened.
For the record.
He didn't want to be a member, and that next thing you know, next time we saw him, he was suddenly fully in the little cult.
Oh yeah, that's right. We got Gerard here. He can
Yeah, Gerard will say something about kindness especially, but there's something about that group that just it's almost like it takes over your brain. I can't even remember a whole lot of of my time in it. And Rich will say, that's interesting. How then are you here talking and not still in their group?
I managed to snap him out of it.
You can snap them out of it.
Yeah, but we probably don't want to share too much.
No.
I don't know, for enough coin. I mean,
No, really.
Listen.
All right.
You've been plenty friendly, but like, who the hell are you?
Well, I have come
You can't
here.
even be forthright with me.
So like we walk up.
I've come here from the Tabernacle Mercantile Alliance.
Don't tell Trent. Yeah.
Don't tell.
What was this?
Don't tell Trent.
Yeah.
I've come here from the Tabernacle Mercantile Alliance, and well, you see, I like to investigate oddities. I've found I like books, you see, and I found that sometimes when I follow these oddities mentioned in books, I find things that, well, make me money. And I like that.
Alright, that I can understand.
So I appreciate your mistrust, but perhaps we could be of mutual benefit to each other. I assume you like making money.
Oh yeah.
That's been the answer I mostly hear.
Yep.
So this group, though, they have a way of convincing people to do things. It seems.
Yeah, they can kidnap a man's daughter and then smile at him real good and then make him be like, oh no, she's fine, just hanging out with him.
That did happen.
You can keep her.
That seems
It's
Yeah, they got.
like an ineffective
Frustrating.
use
Big
of
Belly
this
Girl.
power,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, well, they got like a mummy wrapped up on some big dude's back, and for some reason that thing talks to you telepathically.
It's very Gara.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
It sounded like nonsense, but that's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
that's what I thought. You said you like
I
oddities,
do
I'll give you
like
one.
nonsense. Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would. We have to deal with the problem at hand. And she looks back over at the wagon. Leafor, have you figured this out yet? Does it look like we figured it out yet? I'm sorry. I have procured a small investment in the trade of the electricity here, and well, I explore other opportunities like this interesting one that you all have brought. But I would like to see the wagon make its way to Correct, as I'm sure if you all are of their thing, you would like to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really need to get home to my family, but we'll see you at Correct. And, don't talk to any of the weird hero people. Don't even go near them.
Especially if it has a mummy on its back.
Yeah, super don't talk to
Especially-
those guys.
Well, I see. If you would like, if we're able to get this wagon out, you could join the wagon as we go back to Correct.
Would that get us there quicker?
Not necessarily.
But it would let us taste Mihraen flavored caravan combat.
True.
That's true. How much is it worth to
Don't
you?
go there.
Oh, well.
Alright, I'll give you 15 minutes of my muscles if we can get this rolling, otherwise
Well,
I'm
no,
leaving.
if they're willing
hold
to pay, yeah, like we don't want to just give away muscles. This
Let
is a
the
valuable
lady
commodity.
answer.
This is
Don't rent those guns out for free.
yeah.
Listen,
I
Tom, you
understand
talk nice,
the-
I'll talk business.
Okay. I defer to my compatriots.
One of these things
And then I
I'm
just
not
start
great at.
Sweat equity being what it is, if you help see the wagon safely to Correct, I don't see why we couldn't make room for 5 gold for each of you.
I mean, that's fine. If there's
I thought you were rich.
if we
It's
have
giving
to
great vibes.
defend the wagon because of some
Inflation.
unexpected
Yeah.
wildlife, I will expect us to also get a commission for that.
That is fair. I could see making a deal for that. What do you say? 5 gold for helping us out of this, and then 5 more gold for to each of you for anything we might fight along the way from here to Correct.
Per thing we have to fight.
All right.
Alright.
Let's take them back to the fire
Days
ants. Millions. Yeah.
We need to keep the Zeke
Not rich anymore.
We keep the Zeke guy around.
Ah, so you've
Watch me
seen the
roll
fire ants. She looks over at the wagons. Now you see the real problem then.
I'm gonna go look at this situation.
So,
Oh, that giant mountain.
Yeah,
It's
so
on
so
fire.
give
That's
me a
horrible.
perception check.
Oh, that's a tough look.
18.
So, you don't have to get super close before you do see on the wagon and coming from the the large dirt mound that it's crashed into, indeed seems to be a fire ant nest, and the wagon is more or less covered in them.
Okay. What's the guy's name that's working on it?
Lee 4 is
Lee
is the head of this wagon.
Leave for. Just a thought. Have you considered taking it apart where it is, and reassembling it on the road away from the fire ant colony?
Well, the approach is a lot of the difficulty here. I don't suppose you would like to get close to those.
I mean,
So, like, which of you got hit by these things?
I
when
have
you-
I did not. I don't think.
a Mihraen question.
Yeah.
Would I know any like standard person amount of knowledge about this material that apparently produces the electricity for us?
I'm also curious.
Go ahead and Jordan and Reese give me
It's kind of weird that you didn't.
engineering checks.
What?
It's not
Technology.
even on my
Technology.
thing.
Oh, terrible. 10.
Intelligence is what you add to it.
6.
You
6 plus 0.
you know
know
that
more.
energy that electricity is brought in
You know more?
because sometimes these caravans show up. You've probably helped defend some at some point, but haven't necessarily learned anything about the process.
Okay, it was more just curious about the properties of, because I mean, a reasonable way to get rid of a swarm of creatures would be like a quick bout of flame potentially, but also I don't want to nuke us by blowing up whatever this energy material would be.
So Jordan, you would know. You would know that these chunks are mostly greystone, or are basically just greystone. But you do so they're durable. They're large pieces. They're like 3 by 3 by 6 basically, and so they're pretty durable. But you know that you don't necessarily want to go smashing into them.
Do I have a general sense of like the amount of? Is it like I don't want to hit this with a wrench a little bit too hard, or is it I don't want?
No. It's like granite. So like you don't want to
Okay.
explode it with TNT, but if you hit it with a wrench, you're going to be okay. Frying pan.
Given that I generally know how powerful.
You also know that you don't necessarily want to touch it, just like physically make contact with it because electricity.
So then what's happening to the ants right
You don't see any on them.
now? Oh, okay.
They're on the wagon.
How big are these ants?
Do ants,
Ant sized or?
do ants react to sound?
They're about
They
like
have this whistle.
like an inch and a half. They're big chunky ants.
And a
But
+3
Ant
animal
colony
handling.
handling.
Gotcha.
I have a +3 to my animal handling.
How sturdy is the cart? How sturdy does it look?
So looking at it, it looks like a really well built cart. It's hauling this thing over miles and miles and miles. So it's a really well built cart. Do you ask that?
So I'm trying to figure out if Thunderwave via the small explosive I have that produces it, I think, would destroy this cart. Probably.
Wait, no, it's Thunderwave, not Shatter.
Right.
I was thinking Shatter.
If Shatter would destroy the card.
Right, Shatter, that'd be bad.
Yes.
Shatter would specifically destroy the cart.
Thunderwave, you suspect the cart would be okay.
Okay.
Somebody make me a really big
Like
fan
Jordan
and just blow them
suspects.
off.
Okay. Okay.
Is there a body of water nearby we just drag the cart into? And drown?
Also an option.
Although,
You'll have Tank getting bit
yeah, true.
while dragging
And
it.
you'll also be putting a electrical thingy into a water thingy.
That works usually.
It's usually fine, right?
Not the way you want it.
It usually goes in the water.
It'll go. Something will happen.
We'll show Gerard a new way to be a fisherman.
Yeah.
We can
Also, via between the size of the cart and the size of the large chunk of rock in it, you suspect getting it might back out might prove as much of a problem as
They said
the
get
ants.
rid of the ants. They didn't say anything about anything else.
They said get the cart to correct.
I have selective hearing, so
Touche.
How much of the cart is it just that it's next to the fire ant hill, or is any of it broken?
It's crashed into it, so there's a few inches that are buried in the
yeah.
actual dirt.
I see.
Most of it's not in it, but it is just now more or less covered in the ants.
100 gold if someone dies getting this thing out.
100, jeez.
You say that to Rich?
Yeah.
Why are you incentivizing our demise? Stop it.
Well, I mean, do you want to die for nothing?
I'm not going to die to
Well,
these
I mean,
stupid
we
ants.
just make sure.
Have you heard of have you heard of the concept of insurance?
Oh,
No.
Oh, we can.
You have to own stuff for that to
I'll just
matter.
start smacking
Well, you own your
ants.
life.
Yeah.
So I have one more idea.
Alright.
So you said I don't want to touch it. Is it because it is electrified?
The rock itself
Yeah.
will
Zap
you.
Okay. Do I think
touch
I can
fences,
get
it's
it to
fine.
discharge by hitting it with lightning?
You don't know.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Do it anyway.
It's an idea. I'm just saying we could.
Shocking grasp on Zeke. Because that's how we do things around here.
All right, Zeke, you touch this, and I'll shocking grasp you while you're touching it.
Why do I have to be here?
My other option was dump a bunch of water, which I don't know where the nearest water source is, on the mount, and then I can electrocute the water, and then we can kill all the ants potentially. But we could just start killing them.
Is there a water source?
I mean,
Drent and Reese give me survival checks.
How big are these ants, by the way?
About 1.5 inches, give or take.
Yeah.
They're
So they're
big,
like-
chunky.
Large, but they're not like...
17.
They're not like medium-sized creatures.
Yeah.
What?
17.
You know that there's a number of like ponds and tributaries to the Tagnobi River that runs, relatively close to here. That you could probably find a water source within a quarter mile.
still third ways away.
You don't see anything in sight, but it's also hilly terrain.
They don't have any kind of mule or horse or anything, do they? Or do they? Like, what was pulling the cart? Manpower?
Yeah, there are 4 horses standing that have been
Detached.
detached and are standing off to the side.
Oh, I mean, if we can just get the horses to just pull that dang thing out of the rut it's in, at least there wouldn't be more ants trying to get on it while we were trying to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
We got a piece of rope. Maybe have the horses help pull, and then we'll help push it, help get out of the rut. Maybe we'll get a few bites, but whatever. I've had worse.
All right.
How much damage did the ants do in the last game?
That's what I was
I
asking.
don't remember.
How much does it hurt?
You're
Either.
fine.
So
Increase our rate if it hurts a lot.
they They were only doing 1d6 when you got close, but they were also less of them.
So roughly
It's
meat
okay, guys. I'm
punching.
going in.
Right. Or me, like, shock and grasp. Like, it's, if you'd be, like, we would never do that, but...
So we
Clearly I've
pushing
never do
and
that
then
to
shocking and then
Yeah, I think. Well, the horses are pulling. We're
Yeah.
pushing, and
I'll
then
dive in and add
then
my
we're
muscles.
and then we're shocking and killing as many ants that are still in the car as we can.
Yeah.
Could also just like make noise on the other side of the mound.
I have a whistle.
Like punch a hole into
Yeah.
the thing from the other side.
Maybe it works on
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
maybe it works on ants
By
too.
punch a hole, I mean not actually punch a hole unless you're up for that, because I'm not doing it.
No.
How big is the mound?
It'd be about. It's pretty wide, like 6 feet wide and about 4 feet tall.
Okay.
Some sections are up to 6 feet.
Wait a minute.
Assuming that the mound itself cannot make a Constitution saving throw. Assuming.
There isn't a convenient, like really thick tree branch above this
Oh, I like
cart,
that.
is there?
No, all the trees are. There's no like really big oaks or anything in this area that are hanging out over it. It's much more.
It would have been nice. Just pull it up.
Most of the trees sort of top out around 10, maybe 15 feet tall, but not enough with big
So-
branches over it.
We're gonna punch a hole on the other side, try and lure some ants away.
Right.
I like this. We can
Do
try
we-
this.
Doesn't seem like it would put us in any worse position if it doesn't work.
And
Let's
that's
do
true.
it.
Do we?
Let's
will
go.
do they like do that? Do they protect their own like that?
I think
I'm coming for you, queen.
they're just on here because the cart's in their house.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too.
It's like it's just extending their
Can
house.
Zeke would not know.
I have decidedly no
Does
informed
Zeke
opinion.
know anything about this specific creature out in the wilderness?
Give me a survival check.
Will they act like ants? Do. What's survival? Deck? No.
Intelligence.
Wisdom.
13. No.
What's intelligence?
12.
Intelligence.
Survival?
You know that
My bad.
you don't know this
Nature
specific
is
kind of ants, but
yeah.
like, animals in general will work to defend their nest, and this thing that's crashed into it seems to be covered in them. So
Yep. Alright, seems like a good idea.
Are they so like the backside of this mound is not also covered in ants actively? There's just like inside of the mound.
you
or-
see some, but not to the extent
not
that
a
the front is.
swarming
Yeah.
of them. Okay,
What's great
Then-
is there's
then-
never more underground.
that's true.
Right.
So I will
That's why they
go
build
to
up.
the far side of the mound
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why it's a
and
mound.
bust out
'Cause they build
my trusty hand axe
sure.
and just like
You're gonna sacrifice that next.
no, I'm not gonna leave it in there. It's just gonna like smack the backside just a couple times
Okay,
to like try and leave like a hole about yay big.
okay. Anything else you're trying to do while you're there?
Not be swarmed by ants specifically.
Okay.
Can I try and assist him with my mole whistle? That might work on ants.
Or we call a mole to eat ants.
You can.
Is it an anteater whistle? I would have a
could
perfect solution to this problem.
Yeah.
Just like it's a silent whistle, right? But I'm gonna like be like jamming out silently, like.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check at disadvantage. And I'm going to say it's trivial for you to take an axe and hit a mound of dirt with it. Give me a dexterity, or give me a dexterity save to avoid getting swarmed by ants.
Ants. 14.
Ain't no ants in your pants. Yes. You're able to get away, so you smack it
Reese doesn't wear pants.
and jump away
Boy.
before any ants begin to arrive. You get one on you, and you feel a little bite and flick it off.
It could have been 21, but it's a 7.
You like blow on the whistle really hard,
Uh-huh.
and then after Reese hits the dirt with his axe, they start going towards where he hit the dirt with his axe. So,
It
you
worked.
know,
I did it.
who was it? Who's to say?
No.
My work here is done. You didn't do anything.
I helped.
Flourish.
Flourish. You need to stop saying flourish.
And then the rest of us were, I guess, in position to push.
Yeah, so you hit the dirt mound and it starts drawing the ants away a little bit. They seem to be swarming, especially kind of the front where the mound meets the wagon, a little bit less. There's still quite a bit on the wagon, but they seem to have dispersed a little bit from the front at least, and are, some of them are distracted by whatever happened over here. There's as you jump back, you take kind of a step back and then realize you have to keep walking back because they kind of come up out of the hill and like start appearing even out of the ground where you didn't expect them to be quite so far over. But you're able to get out of there okay. So as this happens,
So did you have another thing you were?
sorry, no. What were you all doing?
Can Casper go start shooting the mound from the sky?
Mm-hmm.
These ants did nothing. It is not their fault someone
Well,
crashed into their
This
house.
is just practical.
It's
That's
fine.
We're gonna do
How
for
many
that.
spines can you get in one shot with all these ants?
He's just hitting the mound. He's not even going for the ants. Just trying to make more holes than the other side of the mound.
Yeah, and for that, it's again pretty trivial for Casper to just
Shoot straight down.
Smack them down. with a
shoot
bit of ants.
literal massive pile of dirt.
Right, yeah.
At least they're grounded.
It's one giant spine. Easy target.
We're working on
Shoots
his
down, hits
neural net.
something, the queen comes out, the queen's the size of that freaking
If the queen
roly-poly
can
guy.
fly, we're in trouble. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's, there's...
I kind of hope so, though.
Maybe Tully and I are pushing. Maybe.
I assumed we had. So there were the horses. So I figured
Well, yeah, but if the horses could have gotten it out, they would have done it already. I would assume.
fair.
So if before all this happens, if you ask about the horses, Lee Four will say, I mean they can help, but they just for the life of them couldn't pull it out of there.
Right. So I'm
And
thinking they're
terrified
pulling,
of those ants
and
anyway.
we're just kind of like trying to push or help. Less push and more like get it out of the rut.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, and so are you at the back of the wagon lifting or at the front where it crashed into the dirt pile?
Wherever the wheel's stuck.
Wherever there's less ants.
Those are two different places.
That is where I am.
Sure,
Is wherever
sure.
there's less ants.
I'll be at the back with Trent, and if we're diving into ants and pushing, I will rage.
Okay, so as
And maybe Leafer can help too.
You have to keep the attack.
Lee Four is going to be at the other corner with Zeke.
Okay.
We are being paid to do this.
As
Should have raised the rate.
I'll negotiate. on your
Tully,
behalf.
as you and Drent approach the back of the wagon, as you get close, you see there's a lot of ants there. You're looking at me funny, but
I know.
do you, okay.
No.
So as you approach then, there's the ants start coming at you and will start to,
Before we can get to the wagon, they start coming at us.
as you approach the mound, because the front of the wagon is in the mound.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to the front of the wagon, you're going towards the mound.
Okay, wait. Pre-rage. If I notice them coming towards me, can I run up and then run away and have them follow me?
Mound.
They're not.
Wagon.
They're not like a line.
Front of wagon.
They're
Into
just
mound.
sort of like they're not. They're not actively necessarily pursuing
This
you.
is more
They're
than
just
we need
as you
for
come up.
visuality.
They are.
okay.
They are there, right? So you can't get to the front of the wagon without also being at the mound.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Kinda weird
It's,
thing over
it's
I got nothing.
I'm expecting to get
My
bit.
strength is 11.
Personally.
I guess if we looked,
Well, we'll try not to.
if we revise the plan, we could try and put a rope around that back side of the cart, which may or may not just get chewed through by these crazy fire ants or something. But if you threw that back there to get leverage and then pulled up on the rope from a not
You said-
ant covered, appropriately safe distance.
You said, like,
I would not recommend, but
You don't think so?
I mean, go
Why
for
not?
it. Just send it.
That'll
Send
help.
it.
But
Yeah.
throw a stick of dynamite.
I have an alchemist's fire.
Oh.
I was like,
Yeah,
I
that's
wonder if
pretty
he
much
still
the
has this.
Yeah, no, I think I have that. I can.
is it a fancy fire that doesn't burn wood?
No, it does burn wood.
Uh-huh.
Is the mound made of?
Yeah.
Is the mound made of wood?
Mounds
So we
made of
try and
dirt.
burn.
Exactly. Yeah. So this will just light. Is there like a hole? Well, where you cut a hole in it.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he cuts a hole in it. I'm gonna throw the fire in the hole. Maybe.
That sounds like a good line. Someone should use that.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna put the alchemist fire in the hole.
I would. What do you think? It seems like it might. I don't know. Like.
It's your fire. You do
I
what
need.
you want.
I gotta bounce the ideas off of someone.
I feel like we could find a better use for something to burn down.
That's fair. We could shove a torch in there.
Do we have like lantern oil or something to put down there?
That's a great
I think
question.
we're really sleeping on this rope idea that I had. Is all I'm saying.
We can use the rope first, and then we can light it on fire.
Alright,
We
who's,
need to.
who's
So
gonna
we'll have the
lasso
horse
it?
in the front and then tie ropes on and pull
so
along
now-
with
will be
it?
in the front. We're gonna pull it from the back.
So
We're gonna attach somehow we're gonna attach a rope to it, and we're gonna pull it from the back because the front you can't attach a horse to it. The front is in the mound. You'd have to put a horse. You'd have to put a horse in the mound, and the horses don't want to go up to the.
Does
We can't-
anyone
We
have?
can't hook the horse up to the back?
As long as we get a rope, anything can pull it. But we'd have to
Okay.
we'd have
I
to
do
attach
have a rope.
something to it.
I also have a rope.
Probably have a rope.
Mine's
Actually-
tying up Zeke.
I left my rope at home.
Not
Oh,
Zeke.
I don't have my rope with
I
me.
have my rope.
I distinctly have a chest in my inventory that has other stuff, and the rope is not with me.
Mine
Oh,
is,
I was thinking you left your rope at home, meeting around
What's his name?
Oh,
Rar.
Yeah.
around Dale.
it's probably the same rope.
Not her, Draylen.
Mine is around Jag.
I have a rope.
I also have a rope.
Really testing your guys' rope economy here.
Yeah, seems that way.
Okay, so Casper could attach the rope to the wagon.
Does he have the dexterity to? Does he have
Does
hands?
he have
He has like a claw.
Casper does not have enough dexterity to.
He has a
Securely
dex
tied.
score of 15.
That's pretty dexterous.
Okay,
Just
so where are we attaching the
mechanically
rope?
speaking,
To the back?
it's okay if he doesn't. But
Attaching the rope to the back and then to a horse.
Okay.
And is this the plan?
The horses, and then having them pulled that
Pulled.
way now. It sounds
Yeah.
like.
Effectively reverse.
Yes.
Okay. That's the plan. I will happily hop up into the back. Tie a rope.
I mean, if they haven't tried that, yeah.
you're just gonna get billed.
Does anybody have a
But it's the
grappling
back,
hook?
so it's not as much, hopefully.
Huh?
Does anybody have a grappling hook?
No.
No.
I also don't feel like that would give you a secure enough. Like,
We gotta really tie it on there.
I feel like if it's
Okay,
stuck
so-
there, it'll-
Tully, you're going up to it. So, so if you tell Leefor that your plan is tie the rope to the wagon, and pull it with all the muscle that you can muster currently, he'll say, "All right, well, we've tried it before. The rope lasts for a bit, but
Then the ants.
not for terribly long. Last time we tried it, we didn't have enough muscle, but more bodies. I'm willing to give it another go."
What if Jordan sits with the rope and smacks it since he doesn't have muscle and like keeps
That's
the
true.
ants off?
I could do that.
Well, like Casper could like.
He's got a little compressed
He
air
cuts
thing
the
on there.
rope.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's great at severing.
Fine, yeah.
Seems like not the guy
Yeah.
for the
I
job.
think it's
We
more.
could-
It sounds like it's too
This
heavy.
is the first time that I have missed the ability
Well, no,
for
it
a
sounds
cleric
like
to
the
trivialize
ants
some
would,
kind of
would
task.
eventually eat the rope.
Is it the ants that eat
They
it, or
do,
do
but
just tear
you
it?
get. I mean, you get some time. It's just
Okay.
the last time we tried it,
Didn't have. Okay.
we didn't have enough muscle
do-
for it, and at this point, the rope is chewed through.
All right,
Let's do
let's do it. I've got muscles. Let's go.
Oh,
Tying that rope on.
hang on. Can I turn it in? Can I use my infusion on the rope to make it? more resilient?
You tell us, I guess, right?
So
Like,
I
that's-
have. Doesn't make any sense in this game. Never mind.
I forget. Let me see here.
Guys, I forgot I brought this particularly sturdy rope with
I can
me.
make it
Guys,
carbon
I
fiber.
forgot that I can make it have an extra knot.
The issue is that it'll break. Hang on.
I'll braid it one
So,
more
Let me
time.
see here. I just don't remember.
It'll probably tear off. It's fine. It'll tear it. I don't know that I can explain that away. Nor
Do you
will it.
have a? Do you have like a?
I'll look through it.
Is that
for
one?
now,
Is that one of your infusions?
I think it could be. Let's ship this for now, though, and then we can. If this doesn't work, we can try with the second rope if we need to.
So is
I would have
like
to drop it
resiliency one of your infusions or?
Potentially, I don't know. I'm looking through the specifics for now. I can ignore this for now. We'll
Okay.
Go with the.
I punch
So
a
we're
hole
tying the rope.
in the mouth.
Onto
So-
the thing.
You're gonna go tie the rope onto the thing. So as you prepare to do this, Lead 4 will say, "Everyone, get back here. We're gonna give pulling the wagon out another go." And he'll say, "Ragnar, boom, come on!" And Foont.
Food.
Two really big muscular dudes come out with one that's a little taller and a little portly, kind of soft looking, but has a few of the black scars that you would recognize from the Nudadzir, and another one from the Nudadzir with more scars, especially heavy scarring on his face. But he's a little bit shorter, but seems pretty sturdy in his own right. And they come up. Yes, sir. Yep. We'll give it another go. Are you helping?
Yeah.
Is the rope tied?
Well, you'd be holding the rope sort of ready. He's just readying everyone because you only have so much time once you go tie the rope. All right. So go ahead and go approach the back of the wagon with the rope. Give me a we'll say a stealth check as you approach.
Okay.
You should try and intimidate the ants away from
Yeah.
biting you.
Start banging your pan.
12.
12. All right, you're able to dodge out of the way of the worst of them, but you do. Let me see here. Especially as you approach. Yes.
I don't suppose I have time to like rage, stealth up, tie the rope, and then also use the same rage thing to have extra strength. That feels like too much outside of combat.
Well, you could,
You're gonna get hit.
if you want, you can rage and approach and. I mean,
When
you're
ants
you're
started biting
approaching a
Angry
bunch of
stealth?
ants,
Keep it up.
so
There,
if you want, you can even. Yeah, I mean, you can rage and go up if you want. I don't know if you'll still be raging by the time you get back to the rope.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. That they bite you.
I believe in you.
Then.
I think you can jump off a wagon and grab a rope in a
Alright.
6-second span.
I'll rage.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say you start raging right as
Silently raging.
the ants kind of come at you.
Stupid robot tie.
Give me a sleight of hand check with intelligence.
Just make it impossible, Caleb.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Ooh,
pretty
17!
All right, there we go. Yeah, you're able to tie off the
Minus
rope.
one, baby.
really effectively onto this wagon. You even think to sort of tie it in such a way that it's not just anchored in one position, right?
Okay.
But as you do, all the ants sort of gather up on you and deal 6 points of fire damage.
Doesn't matter. Okay. All right.
But you,
Keep the
if I remember correctly,
I get my range.
move extra quickly.
Oh, I do. Yeah. I get I can bonus action dash.
I would say Angie just keeps her rage for having taken damage in whatever this hypothetical round is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll dash off
Mm-hmm.
and yell, "Come on, boys, let's go!"
So you see, everyone else sees Tully go in, like, tie this pretty elaborate set of knots onto the wagon.
I'm a fisherman's wife.
And like all the while these ants are sort of gathering on her, and then just bolts, like just leaps off of the back of this wagon in a flash with the rope in hand, tosses it to everyone.
It's covered in ants.
So you will still have some ants on you as
Okay.
this happens.
All right, it's fine.
But then everyone go ahead and give me, everyone who's helping pull, go ahead and give me a athletics check.
This is the irony of our plan,
get
is
it.
that I'm not pulling this at all.
You could have made your way
You
back
could've,
over.
yeah.
There's been enough time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm helping.
13.
I'm not helping that much, though.
Trust me either.
21.
10.
13.
I didn't get a good grip. I was running back
I was too impressed.
from making the hole.
So it was
Totally scared me.
13,
10.
So I
10,
can pull as well.
I mean, it makes,
21.
21.
Nice. Jordan, are you helping?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. If I'm allowed to be.
Yeah,
So
yep.
I was directing the robot to keep attached to the mound. Shouldn't have been.
Why? I mean, it doesn't hurt that you were useless.
That's
It just
true,
means
too.
you weren't useful.
I got a blister immediately from pulling on the rope. And then,
And then,
I think
Kevin,
Dren
do you
was
want
helping,
to?
too.
Yeah, do you want to roll
I'm
for
Trent,
Brent?
and I'm helping. 19 plus...
Woo!
plus 22 from Trent.
All right. Yeah. So as everyone starts heaving,
Immediate rope.
it feels tight, and then you feel the new dog's ear in the back like heave in with you, and eventually everyone's able to dislodge the wagon from the mound and pull it until it's you all pull it until it's about 15 feet from the mound, and the wheels are just back on the road.
Let's go.
Wonderful.
Oh, alright. What, he was helping.
At the end of all this, Tully, you are going to take another 10 points of fire damage.
Get off. I just start flailing. Angrily flailing, still in rage.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You take half the fire damage?
No.
Oh, no, you're not yet.
Oh, I didn't.
Not yet, yeah.
8.
Wait, plus?
She's just not that kind of barbarian.
10.
Oh, 10. I thought you said. I thought you were saying plus 10. I was like,
Nope.
You're able to get some of them off, but there are a few that remain just long enough to do 1 point of fire damage.
He's spiteful last bit of day.
Now we have to clear
Oh.
off the cart, right?
Did
I would
that-
like to go home now.
Did that once with bees. Got like stung. I'm like, oh shit, ow, ow.
Yeah.
And, like got rid of it. And then there's a second one in my shirt afterwards.
Oh my god.
Stays for me.
Yeah, Leivor says, I'm glad it's finally out of there. We can, just stares at the wagon that's like still covered in ants. We can wait a little longer. Hope they just eventually go back to the nest. I don't suppose you guys have any tricks.
Do we have a way to make a bunch of steam? Try to steam the ants off the wagon?
Or
Asks the
A
guy
gi-
with the tools.
a giant fan.
Right.
I will
we
just-
could.
I'll just go up and start like smacking my frying pan. I just squish as many
See, I was
stupid ants
kind
as
of
I
thinking
can.
the hand axe and just like run it alongside
Right.
like a planer almost, and just like take a bunch of them off and like throw them off like that.
I'm gonna start
Okay.
shooting them off.
One at a time.
Line up on the side and just.
And start speed back.
1,000 holes in the side of the wagon.
As you level your gun, Lee, for.
Gosh.
Please don't. Please don't shoot the wagon.
I just start smacking it.
Yeah, if you guys are just looking to clear them off by hand, who's looking to help?
I'll help.
Am I still
You
raging?
helped a
I'm
lot
still
with pulling
angry.
the card out, by the way.
Cool. I did want to help.
As long as
Does it
you
take
keep
damage?
getting bit, you will
Huh?
continue
Yeah, but
to
I'm
rage.
attacking
Or
it.
if she attacks.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll give it to you. All right, so whoever's looking to help, give me animal handling checks.
Well, that's not gonna help me. with
Finally
rage.
relevant. I rolled a 4 on my strength check too. What the hell?
18.
18.
5
Oh, you
total.
get. Oh no,
Five.
it's just me. 8.
6.
Ooh.
I have a
Okay.
+3.
So
I have a
everyone,
Oh.
everyone
Really
that
bad.
failed it is going to take.
Stupid damage.
That is a lot of d6s.
Going to take 13 points of fire damage over the course of successfully clearing it off.
Fine.
Jordan, you don't take any.
Guys, I don't understand what's so difficult about this. Just hit him with lightning a bunch. That's the.
Jordan comes. So you all gather then at the end of this, not terribly long but frustrating ordeal, mostly covered in ant bites.
I have figured out
Fine, let's go.
how we're gonna deal with kindest.
Oh,
We are in fact going to lure him to one of these anthills,
yeah. It would be.
and we just don't push him in.
Yeah, it would be a move.
Just terrain damage effects. Don't have a wall of fire.
Okay,
Don't
hang
have
on.
a wall of
I've
fire.
had there's been worse battle ideas than let's try and use these ants to our advantage.
Does anyone have a jar?
Let's see if we just have grenades of ants.
Find the queen.
But like, are there still like alive ants walking around?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I bet you there are several thousand to choose from.
Is it
You
reasonable?
didn't necessarily kill all the ones even on the wagon. You just got them off.
Is it reasonable that I would have a jar with a lid?
One ant. You just bring one ant.
And then a big, like the jar, they're an inch and a quarter. I'm gonna fill it like I'm trying to make an ant grenade. That's what I'm trying
I'm sure
to do.
they'll stay
Like,
alive long enough. Just poke some holes in the
You got
top.
dignity damage.
exactly.
Yeah, go for it,
I'll
Jordan.
figure it out. Exactly. Yeah.
The-
Utility.
Yeah. So I forget you. I think you have some ability that you don't necessarily have one on hand, but you could fashion one very quickly.
Okay. Cool. You have the right tool for the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It was a cup, but
Right now,
now
with
it's
a lid.
walking
Yeah.
down the runway.
Exactly.
With this piece of bark, it's a jar.
It's a jar. I'm gonna try to collect a non-zero amount of ants in this thing and trap them.
Give me an animal handling check.
19.
Hey, Jordan continues to be the ant whisperer, and successfully, without taking a bite, gets a
Tully is fuming.
Tully's almost dead.
You just have to ask.
One more
You just
round of
have
ants,
to
I'm gone.
ask respectfully.
gets a jar just over halfway full of ants.
Can I have one of the drop the balls?
Jar of ants, half. Thank you. Beautiful.
Actually.
You keep those
Nope,
things
this
away
might also
from me.
be-
You do not
So we
bring
give her
those
like
into
2
my
months, I
house.
guess.
Yeah, no, they're.
And
This is now animal handler's fire
can,
instead of alchemist's fire.
can Tully sit in the cart while we move and get a short rest?
She's gonna get just enough stray ants biting her that she's not gonna get the rest in.
Never get them all.
I'm like twitching the whole time, like, no. I know they're still here.
Turns out, fire ant bites really burn, and then they itch.
Yeah.
They're not a good time. You only stand in a fire ant hill once.
You
And
only
even that
crash
time's
your
an
wagon in a
accident.
fire ant hill once. Yeah, so as you all successfully rid the wagon of the evil that are the fire ants, Rich will congratulate you and thank you. That, glad you all came along. Sorry for your troubles.
Sorry. I'm going to add slightly less to your name.
What?
I said I'm going to add slightly less.
Oh.
And put out my hand.
I am willing to do for the trouble that you all went to. She pulls out 5 gold and hands you each 5 gold.
Neato burrito.
+5.
On your way back, you are able to. There's not a ton of room in the cart, and it can be a little dangerous because the wrong bump could potentially send you falling into this battery that they're carrying. But Tully, if you would like to take a short rest in there, you're able to, especially being the size you are. On the way back, you do get the chance to talk to Lee 4, Rich, Ragnum, and Funt, as well as there's a couple other Jets and Sparkers you come to learn are their ranks, which are technicians and apprentices in the Stormrunners, respectfully. Jordan, I don't know if you remember, but in-game, probably 3 days ago now, you were looking for the Stormrunners. I don't know if you remember.
Was that what the 3 days ago?
I don't know for sure, but it was I know in real life it's been probably 3 months, but in game it's been only 3 days. So
I'm trying to remember the context. Was that like to learn more about electricity, probably?
it was you were wanting to send a.
That's these guys.
Letter.
Okay. Yes.
These are the guys that will will have the furthest reaching travels.
Got it. Beautiful. Okay.
Jets are the apprentices, and what was the other rank?
Jets are the technicians,
Okay.
and Sparkers are the apprentices.
Other way around. Okay.
And the Sharks are the rival energy gang.
You're a jet. You're a jet.
And that's this mercantile alliance, or no?
They are the people that harvest the Greystone, maybe? Or
They
transport the
they
Greystone?
deliver. It's less about the Greystone, because the Greystone is all along. It's what makes the roads that you travel on. But this is harvested directly from the Alstramen.
Okay. Gotcha. I think they're going to Corette as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lee 4 will say, as you're traveling, he'll say, "I appreciate all the work back there, folks. We shouldn't be having troubles like this. We Stormrunners we always travel in groups, just in case something like this happens. There's all sorts of stuff that can happen on these roads with, you all apparently saw the Kaveth, and just these ants. 6 of us with 1 wagon, this kind of thing, it's all too easy to happen. It's not the first bit of trouble that we've had, even just from the trip from the Alstramen. But, whatever reason, lately the Sercheart have been saying, well, we need to... They've been saying we need to bring the energy in smaller shipments. No good reason why. from what I can tell, it seems like they're just trying to get us to be out here on our own, making things more troublesome for us storm runners. They've been delaying shipments. They've been canceling shipments. They've been queuing people up, just having them sit around in Bantour waiting for the wagons to go out. They've now started saying all the loads have to go directly to Bantour before going anywhere else, just so someone can look it over and then send us off to another location. Used to be that they would just tell us where to take it. From what I can see, all it adds up to is just Serge Art trying to make our lives more difficult. It all seems to be coming from this Dalen fella too.
We know 2 Dalens. Why do we know 2 Dalens?
Is this the guy we have tied up in Reese's house?
Oh yeah, is one of them my prisoner, and then the other one is a government official.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a common name.
We assume.
Do I have a government official tied up in my home?
You are fairly certain that you do not have
Okay.
a member
It's like-
of the
I feel like
Serge
that
Art
would've-
tied up.
He would have had a little bit more pull with Glessig when he showed
Yeah.
up and said my
Yep.
daughter was.
Things would
in
have
that."
been a little different in those few sequences.
Yeah. No, that's-
Okay.
You know, it definitely sounds like it's just, I don't know. Somebody's got some reason for wanting all this stuff to go through Bantour. How long has Dalen? You have to forgive me. I'm new to town. How long has Dalen been in power?
Don't speak.
Oh, Dalen Gonspek?
Isn't he the Don't speak?
My note sheet is not with me, fortunately.
I don't know about this guy. I wasn't alive when we found out this guy's name.
Wasn't alive.
You would definitely know the name though, coming from Bantour.
Yeah.
And like just being the person you are, you would know of these names,
Yeah.
regardless of what you might think of them.
Where is Dalen Gonspek, is that correct, or is
Yes, yes. It's,
okay. I didn't know if
Dalen
I didn't know there were 2 different officials. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. So you know Dalen Gonspek is the 3rd Teosindre of the Serge Art, which basically makes him the 3rd seat on the Serge Art Council.
Isn't 3rd most important?
Yeah.
Third
Okay.
chair.
But
The scales well enough.
think like the 3rd most important, like
The vice president.
yeah, like vice
Secretary
president.
of State.
It's not quite like president vice president where like
Mayor
it's a real
of
head
the
of the
House.
state, but it's like
Traveling
the-
secretary.
Like Speaker of the House.
yeah, like
Or
all 7 members of the all
Secretary
7
of Education.
Teosindre of the Serge Art are like rulers of Fairthane in their own right.
All 7 members of the search are going to fall by our hands.
when we
Maybe
reach
it's
level
true.
20.
What was his last name?
Or characters that
Uh,
are
Gonspek.
coming after us.
Gon speak.
Gonsppeque.
It's on the map.
That's Ogon speak.
The top right.
Is there another one?
Shattered.
Oh, shattered
Gonspek.
Gon speak. Sorry, I only ever saw Ogon speak.
That's why I referenced the map,
Gon.
because I was like, I'm like 90% sure that the way it's spelled is up in the top right.
But to your question, someone, Dalen's been in power for a while now. Not since the founding, but his grandpa was.
Nepotism.
Senior Gonspek.
Senior Gon speak. JFK Jr.
Yeah, this Dalen
JF
Gonspek
Gon
is now
speak
junior.
Jr. Yeah.
His grandpa also named Dalen. That's what that means now.
Don't speak. And I
don't know if he had a name for him, but now he does. Jalen Gone Speak the third.
There's probably a reasonable chance that sort of thing happens, and that
At least,
tier
at
of
least
society.
At least some of them have that sort of.
absolutely.
Listen, at that level of.
It's a good name.
I mean, every royalty everywhere has that kind of.
Yeah.
the guy tied up in Reese's apartment would agree.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Sorry, the guy allegedly tied up in Reese's apartment.
Allegedly.
Schrodinger's
No, he's
captive.
tied up.
As long as if we never check.
Oh, hey, yeah, do you want to look at that, by the way?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, we're opening the box?
I thought you can't. I thought you have
Yeah.
to like
We'll see if he's dead.
I thought we decided I didn't have to attach to it, right? Wasn't that the whole?
You don't have to attach to
Or
it.
you can just kind of use it.
Yeah.
Usually,
in order to
everything
see
else
your.
How you just kind of like
Oh.
you click your heels. I think
I thought once you attached to it though, it didn't work for.
I'm not attached to it. This is the one you don't have to attach. Everything else you have to
Oh,
attach
I
to.
would love to
Well,
see.
all of them.
We're checking on our prisoner.
Your family can wait.
Our rescuee.
Yeah.
But
Our ally.
It's for his/our.
I guess
good.
Tully doesn't actually know about this fancy glass thing anyway.
that was sorry. Quick sidebar. In Vietnam. We went to the one of the prisoner of war prisons where they talked about having kept the American prisoners of war, and one of the quotes was American soldiers were held here were kept safe here from the ravages that their own army was committing. I was just like, kept safe here. I see.
As a father who was in one, would my father being in one of those camps? No.
They
I was gonna say, did they show you?
they had a lot of pictures of the Americans playing volleyball, playing chess, having a good time. They talked about just how wonderfully they were treated, and I was like,
It's so cool.
It's
okay.
so good.
Yeah, and then you watch that video of the guy blinking in Morse code about torture.
Oh,
You seen that, man? It's
I haven't
great.
seen that.
Yeah, there's
This is
a video where they're
Michelin
like,
star
treating you well.
rated Guantanamo
Yes.
Bay
They're
restaurant
treating you
where
well.
they serve only the
He
finest
blinks
meals.
Morse
Oh my
code
gosh.
torture, yeah.
So,
Morse cool, guys. Really cool. Everybody always wins.
Yep.
go and speak. Go and speak. So we're checking on prisoner. Go and speak. How long are you guys staying in Corette after you drop off the shipment? Are you going straight back to Bantour, or are you... Or
There-
the
there's
Alshon?
We're dropping off a bit of power and then up to Bantour. Yeah.
Do you think you could stay one day? I have a favor I need to ask you guys, but it's not going to be ready until we get back there.
Well, we're already late. But
I mean, just imagine how much later you would have been if you were still stuck with the ants.
yeah, no, I get your point. All right.
Give me back your 5 gold and I'll do it. It's super petty with it.
What's it worth?
It's worth a
Make
lot.
it 10 gold. Do you need the day?
Maybe I'll let you know quick. I need to talk to look. They're
Why didn't you just say yes?
yeah. I need it.
We're,
I'm hoping to have it done early.
all right.
I enjoy Zeke.
We'll stick around. We'll stick around for the day.
Gone Zeke.
I wouldn't.
Zeke's like, listen.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind the night to sleep in a real bed after all this.
Awesome.
You can stay at Tully's place.
No.
No, I don't say that.
What about that rustic hospitality?
I need to see my family for like a day.
But yeah, if you want to use the lens to,
I don't
This is
think
home.
I am the brightest bulb, and I wouldn't notice it. So use it.
all right.
You would know.
I-
But they
it
wouldn't
wouldn't be
It
a-
wouldn't be especially because Jordan had like that episode.
I think I
after
threw
he
it
was-
to
Yeah.
somebody.
Like I
yeah.
said,
And I
Jordan
mean-
had that episode.
Yeah, I was.
And-
very
At
And
some
we've
point here,
abbreviated
it's
a
been
lot of,
chatted
like,
about.
time and like pondering ideas that we're having.
Yeah.
It would be next to impossible for us to have not spilled the beans about the fact that we have discovered what seem to be the first and only magic items in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You've been together long enough.
With
that-
our, there would be no. You would for sure know what that does. Like that would be. So if you want it, like,
I mean, she was there for the flying.
yeah.
I was there for the
So
flying
like,
girl.
this is not. That'd be kind of silly for
Yeah.
it to be a secret. From
and
Yeah.
for kindest or no,
So
one of them to be like, thanks for having Jag drop off those neat magic items for us.
I have to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, when you look through the lens, you see the familiar space of your apartment, but no Dalen inside.
Oh boy.
It's actually probably good.
Well, okay, admittedly, we didn't just run headlong into them anyways and get captured and escape, so the fact that we had tied them up, irrelevant at this point.
Yeah.
True. Do we know how much time has passed since then?
Not that long. Like
Gerard says like a day or so since
I
we
think
got...
it's been. I think you guys stormed their hideout.
we
Hideout
graciously
there.
offered ourselves up.
Daytime we got clapped by kindest.
Yeah, and this is the start of day 12.
Yeah, day 11 was whatever, and then day 12 started with.
I still think we could take kindest in
Got it.
a 5v1. Just saying.
Maybe.
Is it?
Probably
It's
not.
it's a
I
it's a
still
once a
remember
day
when he
use
pity level
with the
for'd
thing.
us before we did that, and we still did it
person?
anyways.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll be home.
Got smoked.
Talia, have you thought about what meal you're gonna make first? Think about it.
I mean, I have this one great recipe, so
For marinara.
it's gonna be marinara.
It's gonna be fish.
With marinara.
As you use the lens and you're looking through your house, when your vision snaps back to
Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, there goes. Don't speak.
I was gonna say reality, but like it's still reality, so I don't, or what is
Yeah,
reality? Who
Yeah,
knows?
Who
Your
knows?
surroundings, maybe.
This isn't real.
We're-
This is a
to
simulation.
your body.
We're in a game.
Simulation in a simulation. And
When your vision snaps back to where you're physically located, it takes your eyes a second to adjust to the face that is staring up at you of Rich. What's that?
Why are you so creepy? Oh my
a
god.
mirror. I was just checking out my hair, and I toss it back to him.
We were just thinking about how we could use this to burn the ants.
That actually would have been really
Son
good.
of- I was even thinking about that. Like the.
That's better than every other idea.
I love the idea of this like massive wagon and you with this like 3-inch disc
would've-
of glass like
hoping that it adds
Surely.
any degree of magnification properties and that it's a sunny day. So
Well,
you can get-
And certainly the fire.
especially
breathing
that when
ants
like
would take
he just
fire
has a thing that throws lightning.
yeah.
Nah, the lens was the case, but yeah, no, it's from Ohio.
It's
Oh,
Oh god.
I thought we were past this.
Where's is Ohio one of the
I walk away.
villages around?
No, but
Only in Looneyville.
all right. So you're
So we can
yeah. State.
weirdly fade to black on the
Yeah.
you telling about your origin story to
Another person.
If you describe Ohio again,
Yeah.
as you talk to her, give me a perception check.
Ooh, plus 15.
Come on, you have plus.
15.
Have you rolled a natural
Have you
20
met
in this
Jordan?
campaign?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You
either.
expect him to have a plus
I don't-
perception?
It's not gonna happen.
Ever.
You know, I question some of the stats on there regardless.
Dude, the wisdom, my
Mechanically.
perception, mechanically.
Mechanically, I question some of these.
Nah, dude, nah. Anyway, perception,
Um,
not insight.
Yes,
Okay.
perception.
Perception.
So
15.
all you notice is that she does, like I said, she has these nice kind of red robes with yellow trim. You, looking at them, like as you're talking, you get the impression that they look like pretty nice robes, like maybe even made of silk or something. They look nicer than the typical like person, like because this person is walking in this caravan alongside these two like New Dog's Ear tribesmen in these like just linen and cotton shirt, trousers. Even for the head of this caravan, the nicest thing he has on is just a leather vest. And you also noticed she mentioned that she mentioned the amount of reading that she did earlier, and you even noticed some ink stains on the cuffs of her sleeves.
She's a liar. She's a writer, not a reader.
So she had, but
She
the
just reads her own
I'm
words.
sorry.
Narcissist.
No.
the robe is like without blemish, or it is.
No, it's dusty and stained,
Okay,
but it
okay.
looks
High quality.
it looks like a pretty nice piece of clothing.
How's she taken the story?
She is, for the first time, you are telling this story to someone who is genuinely interested in it.
So as I get like most of the way through, I just be like, I'm sorry, I've never been not interrupted at this point.
It sounds insane.
Okay, that hurt, but I get it.
Well, you have to understand. I mean, how have you fallen into different worlds before?
Good point. No, it does. No,
So this is the first time that it's happened to you. Has anyone you've known fallen into a different world?
No.
So it's the first time you've heard of it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I do. It's just it.
Well, it's the first time I've heard of it too, and so it sounds insane.
It does, but it is real. It's actually that. I'm gonna pull Casper down. Watch isn't like pulling power from the Greystone by any chance, is it? Like somehow?
The watch on your wrist?
It's in the robot. It's like
Oh,
his,
that's right.
Like
No.
no. Okay.
You
Gooby, just supercharged.
so
Oh, Casper, excuse me. Sorry,
No.
wrong. Tiny.
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I have proof at some point. I just don't really know how to use it. But I think there's also, well, I guess I do think at least one other person made it through. She's a woman who's maybe she's as tall as Rich. I don't know how tall Rich is, but she's like.
Rich is
She's
a
definitely
gnome.
at least as tall.
Yeah.
Tori's slightly taller than
Slightly
the
taller.
average gnome.
She's
Hear that,
above
Tori?
average
Like
gnome.
1.5 tullies. It's like,
That is pretty accurate.
that's, I think,
If you're like,
How much shorter is she than you?
like a foot.
She's short.
So she's like a foot shorter than me.
what's a
I'm imagining like walking by someone being like, yeah, she's like 1.5 of that person instead of just it's like
It's like up to here on me.
Right.
It's just like 2 times Kevin, or
Right.
she's like 150 of those fire ants stacked up.
Right. Like right around
she's a
there.
head shorter than Kevin.
Right.
But like I'm here, so
So, but yeah, I think she also. I haven't
It's
seen
like
her.
up to here on me, up to here on Zeke.
I haven't seen her. But I don't think she stayed home. I think she's here somewhere. But you haven't heard anybody else talking about. Oh, she might not have just said that she's from somewhere. I don't know. Have you heard anybody else? You said this is the first time you've experienced it. Like nobody new to town anywhere you've been.
Well, I have heard stories
Of a blonde chick.
as much, yeah, yes, what he said. What kind of stories?
Well, rumors make their way around. Like I said, I like to find interesting stories. I've heard rumors of people coming through at clusters of mirrors found in nature. I haven't seen them myself. I haven't witnessed it. But I've heard of
Hey, Drent, not
People.
Drent, Reese. Were there like mirrors on the ground when you found me?
Mostly just bears, I think.
But like thinking back, was there like a bunch of no? Okay.
were there. So she would ask if there was anything like that around you, and if you say like if you would
Yeah.
be thinking about it, she would say, I've heard there's it's not a mirror, it's like a cave or canyon, some sort of structure of mirrored surfaces, houses of mirrors. I don't quite know. The issue with investigating these sorts of rumors is that you never know quite which facts are true and which are fanciful parts of the retelling.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I found that are true usually start with a nugget of truth and then get changed as no one believes them but likes the idea of a story.
Can I see if there's anything she is being withholding about? Is she being fully like transparent about what she might know about the situation?
Or is she being reflective? Yeah. Go ahead and make an insight check.
8.
She seems like she's being forthright.
Mm-hmm. That's another. That's a lead at least. Where'd you hear about this? Just around? Nowhere specific. Nothing you can remember. Even the person or type of person you heard it from. Place they were traveling from. Anything.
I heard about it when I was still in Still.
I'm sure. Did you repeat yourself there?
Still, the capital of the Tabernacle Mercantile Alliance.
Can't take Drent there.
No, let's get in trouble. I'm gonna borrow this from this.
Well, that's pretty helpful. You ever heard a story about like a princess's castle anywhere?
That's not where it is. I just added it.
Castle. I mean, I've heard stories of princesses.
I just got really
castles.
lucky. That's where it is.
Just like, what was the story that
We have it
cat.
written down.
we have it written down somewhere, I believe. Yeah.
Sweet and there's two different ones.
Yeah,
There's a story about Sweet and something, and then another one about a cat that I didn't actually read. Disappeared or something.
I know I read one of them. I don't remember which one it was that I read. I'm also not positive it's a Mihraen. To the best of my memory, I would ask about the there's one where it talked about the girl who was like sick and people didn't want to play with her and then she got hidden. That was the Sweet one. I think that was the castle one as well, if I remember correctly. Can I ask her about that story? I don't remember I remember parts of it, but I don't remember the full details. If she's heard anything about that.
Tell.
Found it.
Do you have it written down in
Rains.
character?
Yep. I don't remember where we read it. If it was read out loud, I would have written it down.
I think, didn't Common send it in a letter?
Yes,
With
maybe.
As part of the
Gerard?
care package,
Mm.
the second story.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so yeah, if you show her that, she'll look it over. Interesting. I've read a story in some ways similar, but in other ways different. The core of it is the same, but this one reads like a fairy tale. The one I read was a touch more dark.
More dark than this?
Dark from the get-go. It was less favorable towards this Rhea character.
What happened to her in the version?
A singular perversion.
All right then.
It's a
Oh,
Kevin.
I thought.
McLeod?
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
The dude.
Go back and get another one, I guess. I have a bunch of stuff already, but I don't remember this one
This
at all.
one is from sorry, this one's from Darkness.
Well, that's.
One of my 2 boys.
I mean, that's at least. I don't know. That's something. At least we know the story's been told more than once. Interesting that it's kind of different, but
Where did you find this page?
it was given to us by. Actually, we're not really sure. It was left for us. Does the writing look familiar to you?
Not in particular, no. But this, the copy of this story that I found in was still in the Tavern Cole, well, back when it was still the Tavern Cole Empire. It was in a burnt out and destroyed library in the middle of nowhere, and it's the only copy I've found. And it's
We did the same
freaking
thing.
DM giving you a map and then telling you about stuff that's not on it, right?
All over from
Where's
It's the
the?
Topical Empire.
this.
No, it's not. Yeah, you're right.
God.
Why do I do it? I don't know, but here we are.
Look, it is in your nature to be off of the map.
Yeah, look.
That's it.
I even
From that seat
on
too.
the bright side, yeah. It's like even if it's you're just like, I'm gonna make a map.
But what's
It's over there.
Well, you know that happens to libraries sometimes, but maybe on purpose.
But that's the only copy of it that I've found. It's hence my curiosity where you found it. These types of stories tend not to be tend to be difficult to find.
Yeah, trust me.
Why do you ask about this one in particular?
Oh, it just sounded kind of interesting.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Technically good at this.
I actually stand by that. You're good to be a high charisma character, but you should have disadvantage on persuasion and deception checks.
I am locked.
That would actually have been fun of like
it feels
giving
rough.
him custom Jordan feet.
Yeah.
17.
Han Solo, right?
Like, he has the ability to be charismatic, but they just flow.
I do kind of wonder, like, if it was a moment where Jordan was like actually had to lie to someone, like, he might be able. I think no.
If he rolls well enough.
Well, I think I could figure.
I could figure it out.
Let me convince you of how I could figure it out.
There's a reason why some people are like, take poker as an example. There's a reason why some people are extremely good at like bluffing. Like lying is a skill.
Right. No,
it's not one you necessarily want to be proud of.
But it is a
definitely a skill.
Yeah.
By level 4, he's figured it out.
Exactly.
Jordan landed here and he's like, I'm a liar.
You guys believed Ohio? Like, idiots. I'm from
it's the
Utah.
I'm from Shattered Gunspeed.
Dalen number 3.
Dalen's my uncle.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She.
Peels
So as you say that she interested in it. I see.
Hey, you heard some stories. Just curious if you knew any more like it.
That's fair. If I find any other stories interesting about people showing up in the world, maybe I'll be interested enough to mention it.
I appreciate it.
Be interested. Oh, that's some pettiness. Oh boy.
Anything else you'd like to talk to her about?
No, I think I'm good for now.
No, just for that's fine. Just realized as I lean back, I'm like, there we go.
You catch any of that, Zeke?
No, I walked away.
Oh, from the Ohio?
Yeah, you said I was not in earshot. I walked away because I heard that all over.
3 days have passed, but now Rich knows all about Ohio.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She does.
All right. Anything anyone else wants to talk to the folks in the caravan about?
If I was Jag, probably. But I'm not. So no.
No, I'm not going to broach the subject unless they do.
I was thinking I would.
We have something in common. Let's just say that.
I think when I'm sitting there in the caravan trying to
Feel better.
fix the ant stuff so I don't show up again to my children just looking terrible, I might just start chatting away with the new Dod's Ear gentleman and just like, I feel like I got muscles, you guys got muscles. How's it going? How are your muscles treating you today?
I love
Is this what you think muscular people do?
Caleb, I see you have biceps.
Hey, let me ask you. You have biceps. How are your biceps
I
doing
can
today?
cross my arms.
Tony's just wanting to make some friends, okay?
I'm here for it. It's just.
It's so
I liked it.
goodness. I love it. Oh my gosh.
One second.
The one guy's just like, yeah, before we left it was leg day, and like, man, I've been walking, you have no idea how rough it was. My legs are so sore, we're trying to pull this thing out of the anthill.
That's why I couldn't do it. You ever done burpees? Yeah,
To
man,
revolutionize.
Jordan brings that curse from Ohio.
You guys aren't doing this every day? 80. That's why I built armor with springs in it. So
I
it
feel
just
like
pushes me
solely
off
as
the
someone
ground.
with muscles, but probably, I don't know.
No, absolutely.
Listen, you do you.
I love it.
I think the thought is perfect. It was the explanation was my favorite
How
part.
are your muscles treating you today?
Such a great line.
Oh no, they gave up. Just fall over limp and just crumple to the ground.
So good. I love it.
I also like I really in my head I really want Zeke to be like, oh, they're doing
Somebody asked me about my muscles, please.
Hey, how are you?
The gang's
Those
all here.
ants get you?
Yeah.
We got 2 gunslingers in this party.
Hey, do you want to open up a fighting pits and correct with me when we get back there? Every big town, decent town needs a fighting pit.
I mean, that's true.
My muscles are pretty sore though. We were trying to get that wagon out for a while. How are your muscles doing today?
I mean, also, they're still, I think maybe these guys are getting a bit infected, maybe? Do you know how long they're supposed to itch for?
Until a little longer than you can tolerate it for.
Okay, well, that's good.
And as you look at both of them, you see like they have quite a few bites on them. It's hard to see because they have like this these tattoos, and this sort of like more grayish skin. The bites don't show up as readily, but like as you start to chat with them, you notice like they were probably in the thick of that ant nest for a bit as well.
You know, I grow this, there's not basil here, right? It's like,
There is.
okay.
I think we canonically established that because you make marinara.
You
Okay.
call it something different, but it's
Okay.
basil.
Basil.
No, you can call it basil.
The seal.
Is bail.
You know, I got this good like herbal concoction I make. It's from Granny Toscobble, passed down through many generations of Toscobble life. When I get home, I bet you that stuff will just do the trick. I'm gonna hook you guys up if you're sticking around a little bit.
It also
With
helps
some
with
good
being sprayed
herb
by
goop.
skunks.
Oh, I mean, we'll take it if you have it. We used to have more supplies like that back when we were back home, but we only have so much with us, and well, for me and Funt, the herbalism wasn't our specialty. He looks over at Funt, and Funt is just sort of like walking along behind. Huh? No, it's not. It wasn't. I didn't study in school a whole lot.
Yeah, you know, me neither, but you'd be surprised how much like how similar it is to make a good pot of marinara as a good pot of herbal goop. There's a lot of overlap.
What is marinara?
Oh, honey, really? You haven't had marinara sauce before?
How do you make it?
A great idea for a fish-based marinara restaurant is the Marinara Marina, because it's almost the same thing.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
Which
If
actually,
only
for
you,
Corette
if only
would
you
work
had
really
made
well.
Corette.
Or I guess it would be the
It's okay. I can still make it. It can still exist.
It's true. I mean, it seems like a pretty easy win for a town that's big on marinara and fish.
Well, the first step to making marinara is to have the last name Toscobble.
I do not have that.
That
You're out of luck, my friends.
That seems really specific.
Yeah.
Are you available? I'll take your name if
It's
I
fine. Yeah, I don't know what the traditions are here, but we can make this legal. It's fine. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
How old's your youngest? That's too young. Never mind.
Cousins. All right.
I appreciate you helping us get the wagon out of that nest. Me and Funt, we weren't ready to go back and try that again.
Sure. Yeah, it sucked.
Didn't work too well the first time. You seem pretty fast coming off of the wagon there.
Pain's a hell of a motivator, yeah. Pain and anger.
Maybe we moved just as quickly coming out of that nest. No, we didn't move that quickly.
Well, you guys, you got a lot more muscle on you. I'm little. I can move a little faster.
You got a lot of muscle for being so little, though.
Oh, thank you. I've been practicing real hard lately. It's just gotta come with the territory.
Yeah, Yeah, we were two of the people thought we were pretty strong back in the New Dogs here. We until and Foont sort of looks up till you got your butt handed to you.
Oh my.
Ragnar sort of just like whacks him in the chest and Foont just shut up, Foont.
Right in the diaphragm.
What's the other guy's name? I just really love Foont.
Ragnar.
P.I.
Ragnar P.I. He's actually a dog investigator.
I love them. They can do
Partners with Scruff McGruff.
I just wanted to know. 'Cause I
What?
love
Oh yeah.
Reese is the incarnation of the side eye meme, just like listening intently, and then also acting like he's not paying any amount of attention at all. Like, please don't think this through.
Being slightly obscured on the other side of the cart.
Yeah, you can't see the bottom 4 feet of my 7'5" frame.
Yeah.
I'm well hidden.
Wait, I forget. Did you tell backstory
It
while
is.
we were? I
It's a
was
covered
sleeping
cart.
or no?
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a covered
okay.
cart.
You
yeah.
like the
Perfect.
cart have cover.
Perfect. I don't think you were asleep.
Okay.
I mean, or at least it wasn't
I
said
just-
with specific intent of, I'm going to say this while totally can't hear it.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Well, we all get our butts handed to us sometimes.
Yeah, especially Ragnar that time, right? Shut up. Boom.
Well, if it's any consolation, Ragnar, I charged a guy just the other day and got taken down in about 2 seconds flat.
Whew. Boom just laughed.
Yeah. How about you, Foon? You get taken down by anyone 2 seconds flat?
So Foont actually has noticeably less some of those scars on him. Foont's like, I never get taken down. And Ragnar was just like, you never fight.
Got him.
I fight plenty. When I need to. I just sometimes don't need to. You're the one that went after Halseth that time. No wonder you got your butt handed to you. And just Ragnar began, shut up!
I switched to a back pedal.
Against Halseth?
Yeah, that dude's big and an asshole.
You guys met Halseth?
Like,
Yeah,
kindest Halseth?
Did you get a
Am
hit
I
in?
wrong about the first name?
It's kindest.
Well, the kindest is the title.
title.
Halseth is the name.
Yeah, kindest Halseth.
Kindest Halseth.
Yeah, leader of the hippies.
Them hearers of the
The
word?
hearers of the word. He's in
Oh.
charge.
Yeah, no, I know that he went out, started that group.
You know, I was
I don't know about-
considering offering them a job.
I don't know
with
about-
our Freedom Brigade.
I don't know about kindest, but
You know where he went to start this group?
also Chikru is what his. A long time ago, you asked what tribe he came from,
Okay.
and I never got back to you on it, but it's Chikru. Chikru. Chikru.
No, I'm spelling it my way. Because I already started writing it.
That's fine.
2 E's.
It's how it is in your notes. I don't care a lick about. It's when the conversation happens in Slack that it's like,
CHIGROOJ.
Well,
I'm sorry I ever heard that.
no, no J on the end.
No J?
Chikru.
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 Yeah,
The
Halseth
newest
kicked
starter.
my butt 2 days ago. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
You fought him.
Yeah, he sucks.
Hey, cheats.
You're alive.
Somehow.
So wait, he went off to specifically to start this group?
He went off and started getting people to follow him. And, he he said he was going to leave the tribe. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the New Dodzir have had some difficulties. So I tried to stop him. He's talking about me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
But I tried to stop him. But after he came back from, because it's not too far south of here. There's a nest. Well, the tribe called it a nest, and it was forbidden to go to. But Halsef, he's never one to listen. After some run-ins with members of the members of Fairthane's army, he went out looking for answers. Came back from that nest and said he had a purpose now.
Start recruiting people.
Did he come back with a weird thing on his back?
That question doesn't mean that goes in.
Yeah, he had something.
Oh no. Okay.
Has anyone ever described this nest before?
They
Chicago's the
they said that it was a large
Gara.
sort of bowl in the fields.
It's like a gourd, huh?
Where there's a tunnel underground there. But that's all it was ever really described as. Other than that, it was just the elders of the tribe making sure that no one went near it.
Okay, so there's a place that they called a nest, but then there's Nest Watch is the name of that town, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Green Nest, is that the
Not
area?
Green Nest.
Okay.
It's just,
Different from Green Nest.
Okay.
It's what? Sorry, I'm looking for my map. It's west of Green Nest, other side of the road.
Ah, okay.
so when
Yes, the Mechalurk.
just double checking prior to him going off, prior to Halsef going off to this nest. Did he ever have the ability to just like really piss you off and then smile
Yes.
at you really nice and then you just love him?
No,
Okay, just
Just
piss
the
off
first part.
Okay. Yeah, he can smile now and just make you love him no matter how angry you might be at him
Yeah, he cheats.
before he smiles.
He does cheat.
He's a cheating rat.
like to see him try it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I was very angry at him and then I wasn't.
He cheats.
Was this before or after he beat you up?
Before.
It was before, and then I just kind of, and then I went back, and then I came back, and then I just tried to like charge him before he could kind of like smile all pretty again, and then he just kind of killed. No, I think I died. Did I die, guys?
He has this crisis mid conversation.
You sound like you got some weird way of fighting. If you just get along with someone and then you go fight them.
It was magic. You were only mostly dead.
Okay.
Also, the whippier one of you two likes to run his mouth a lot.
All of us sort of died to some extent.
She's talking about you. He's talking about you, Ragnum. Shut up.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait,
What about him?
Foot is the doofier
I said he
one that
runs his
hasn't
mouth
fought,
a lot
right?
for somebody
what
to win.
fruit is?
The doofier one
Yes,
who
yes,
hasn't fought.
yes.
Yeah, he does. Hey,
Sup?
I resemble that.
how tall are you again? How tall are you?
Like, he's like 2 ants shorter than me.
I see you got
Dorn's
some,
just standing on tiptoes.
hey, Zeke, I see you got some biceps there.
I see that his are slightly smaller.
Maybe a little bit more tired.
If I wasn't so busy guarding this wagon, I'd show you otherwise.
Yeah.
I'll guard the wagon.
I told
Rich.
Whatever he's guarding, I'll
I told Leafor that I would guard the wagon. That's why I'm here with Magnum,
No,
to make
save
sure
it
that I'm
for the
guarding the
weird
wagon
road beast
because I'll keep it
things.
safe.
Oh, never mind. It's less interesting if you fight Funt. I thought you were gonna fight Ragnar.
No. Ragnar actually looks like he has backbone. I was making fun of the guy who looks like a weakling, but talks a big game.
His name's Food. I feel like he has to.
Apologize to every Foont out there.
It's a great name. I
So it's Funt, F-O-O-N-T.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I got that one. I got that
I'm very
spelling
happy
down.
that one's spelled just like you expected to be spelled.
the umlaut.
Well, so initially I was like, you, and I'm like,
No,
no.
no.
No, I would not.
I knew
That
that one
seems
in my
dangerous.
heart. I knew that spelling in my heart.
Absolutely.
Right, that's like, I worked to the,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gotta be the double O.
Yeah.
This is my brother Funt.
Well,
Foont, are you, he's not one of the shipping people, is he? He's not
like
a
guarding.
Sparker or
He and
Regnum?
he and Ragnum are both are both Sparkers.
Oh, okay. Sparkers.
Sportles.
Yeah, we signed up with the Storm Runners. Things were difficult back home after what happened with Halsif.
Why did him leave and make things hard?
It was the me trying and failing to stop him.
Oh, I see. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. That sounds like a rough time.
It's all right.
I used to have more face.
Yeah, if Ragnum just could have, held up in a fight half decent, maybe we wouldn't be out here covered in ant bites. Huh, Ragnum?
I'm just gonna flick him in the forehead, like, knock it off, child.
I think you have to jump to do that. But
Well,
you
I'm
can't.
like in the cart, right? They're like walking. Next
They're
to-
walking,
Oh,
but you're
yeah.
in the cart.
Can I just like lean out and just stop it?
Yeah, okay.
You respect your elders. I'm making some assumptions.
Older brother.
really?
What?
But you're so immature.
You're so dumb. This doesn't make any sense.
We tell people that Foont got kicked in the head by a horse when he was young.
Mm.
He didn't, but it explains. Shut up, Ragnum. I'm not that dumb. But I am younger than Ragnum.
I know, honey. I know.
But I resent the assumption.
But
It's just like full on recognizing the like younger brother dynamic. It's like
if you mention, I think two of you have mentioned it now, but Ragnum will say, we're not brothers. Just close from a young age. Close enough that I figured if I was leaving that it was going to be better for Foont to come with me rather than stick around. Food's like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm sorry, I need your help out here. I just need your help out here, Foont. You keep me safe, right? That's what I thought. But I'm from Ragnum will say I'm from the clan that Halsif is from. Foont is from the Chokru clan. Chokru.
Chikru and the Chakru. There used to be a Chakra clan, but we killed them all.
They got eaten by Kavev. Every
That was
one
the
of
thing
them.
in the head for me. So.
We got so many of them. It was
What was the name of
crazy.
the clan that one's from?
Chokru. Chokru.
I would just like to take this moment to reiterate my appreciation to the 2 note takers in the group, because I just don't, and I appreciate that you do.
I also appreciate those of you that take notes.
So it's a matter of finding the relevant information when it's
Yeah.
needed.
I'm
Take notes and then
slowly
they're all at home.
I'm slowly converting over to Obsidian, and it's very nice.
You have the ability of like knowing all the information, knowing where all the information probably belongs, and it's just like, oh, this belongs with like this piece of information from 2 pages ago, and this
Yep.
piece of information from 4 pages before that.
Yep.
Just go
Is
by
that,
day
is that the
and
one
flip
that
back.
you can't use for free on the cloud?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can. There's ways that you can set up
Hashtag ad.
Obsidian. If you will sponsor so that I can get free syncing, that'd be sweet. You know, I'll continue to talk you guys up.
Hashtag ad.
Hashtag ad.
Do we have anything else you want to ask them?
I was gonna ask Trent, and maybe more people in the group. Do we have a plan? So what time? We're gonna get there tonight, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
What is our plan if we show up and the bad thing has happened in Corette?
Like as in everyone's already sort of part of the group.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course, except for Tully's family. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going straight home first, so y'all do what you want.
I will laugh if she's the leader of the cult secretly.
That would be tough.
we walk in the city. I brought him for you guys. Guy's just waiting there. It's like, God fucking damn it.
And she really sold it when Kai just killed her.
Erica wanted to join the group, and she was like, "But only if I can secretly betray the whole party." I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Yep. I believe it.
I mean,
Nothing like a creepy cult.
we
Suck
try
you
we
in.
try and maybe drill tactics, free a few people as we can. I know what if Tully's family's been changed, we probably want to free them. I know
They're all getting stabbed.
I got a person or two. I know you've got your mentor. I forget their name.
Common.
Yeah, Common. It's really easy. It should be easy to remember. It's just really commonplace.
Common
It's a
name.
common name.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Should probably talk to Glassy.
we sort of regroup from there. I don't know if we want to take everyone and put them out into our little bandit hideaway that we cleared out.
No, that's our hideaway.
I
What's
still love
this
that it's
place
our
anyway?
bandit
Let's
hideaway.
just play- yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the only
What's this hideaway you got? Our hideaway?
It'll never come back up. Don't worry about it. We have a base of operations if we need
Jag
to.
and the rest of us cleared out. I guess Tully wasn't around yet, but there were some bandits harassing some people, and they stole some of Day 410's goods. That's how kind of all this started. But anyway, they were holed up in the woods, and we cleared out their place. But it would make a good hideaway, as far as a place where your family might have to hide. If you don't want to come back and find them taken over by.
I mean, yeah.
I think so. When we get to the city, I feel like we're gonna do a little bit of parting ways, which I know is obnoxious for you, but wants to check with family, wants to check with Common. We're taking Jag to Glessig, and we're getting the mayor, and we're gonna figure out what that state is. And then also, I may or may not be like, hey, have you seen Dalen? And then I don't know if you were gonna check in with your people or what your immediate plan was in town.
It's probably also gonna make sure.
I was going to check in with a few different people. I'm not sure which people specifically you're talking about, but probably, yes.
I was gonna make sure Gerard got home safely, because
Right.
He can stick with us.
Yeah, that's
Because we kind of need him.
yeah. But also Gerard, make sure your mom knows that you're fine again.
Oh, that's a tough look.
Yeah.
You would have probably learned somewhere along this walk that both of his parents are.
Oh wait, no, I would have known that.
You're so
I know things. Oh,
Wow, Tully, really insensitive.
He doesn't have any family.
Yeah, Gerard.
No.
Why don't you go see your family when you get back?
Someone's probably worried about you, Gerard.
Man, it must really be difficult for you guys with family, knowing that they could be taken to be a part of the cult at any time.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
I don't have it.
I-
Yeah, Sam, Gerard, we're good.
I, without my family, at least have nothing to worry about.
I sleep safe knowing it's just my life on the line.
They've already been caught by the sweet release of death.
So, Gerard, you want to come over for dinner?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
All right, sweetheart. Let's regroup at my place for dinner after y'all are done doing your things.
I love the idea that through the trauma of like losing 3/4 of your health and just being gone for so long, you forgot for a second. You're like, no, I mean, come over. It's fine.
My family, extended family, like my family, you're coming over.
Because we think of you as family.
I knew you before 2 days ago, for sure.
Oh my gosh.
There is one thing I want to kind of touch base with and figure out before we get back to town, and that's you, Zeke.
So,
Oh yeah, Huzzy.
You sort of just showed up. Not that we minded, because you needed the help.
It's been great.
Jag's obviously important to you. We went out, we did everything we did, but what's your plan now? Are you knowing? Do you accept all the shit we've been telling you?
oh, man, that's tough. Well, I nudge Jag. Well, I don't really know if like Jag is actually alive or if like he could just be walking flesh and bones based off of some of those other gray cloaks that we fought. So I guess see if there's anything that can be done for him. To be honest, I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I don't really like walking away from a fight that I didn't win.
So would you rather like have died or like?
Well, I mean, like, I would rather have won.
Okay.
I mean, I think we are all
Losing's not really my thing.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're all digging for a rematch eventually. Whether that's direct, indirect, or however that ends up playing out, but I kind of want
Approximately around when we hit level 5.
Get the second attack.
Second attack, baby. Come on, second attack.
I feel like I could punch a little bit more.
Actually, I
I
won't
mean,
get a second
if
attack.
Jag
but everybody
isn't
gets
dead,
proficiency
we can bring him
bonus.
back. I'm pretty sure he would be still gunning to take down whatever the hell's going on. If he isn't coming back,
Well, he asked me. So the whole reason I came down here is because he asked me for some help with this. Now, way I see it, if he's done, you know, I at least owe it to him to see through his last request.
all right.
So, I mean, people die. It happens. I mean, this is kind of messed up if he's like dead and
Not.
Still
like
walking.
not. That's tough. But, you know, I'm willing to honor his last request.
All right. So we've been moving and running and fighting like nonstop since we met you, and we just never had an opportunity to just see what the hell was up with you.
Listen, I mean, that fits kind of my style is a little bit more on the streets, but I guess going out for a hike ain't too bad.
Well, I think glad to have you with us. I think we can use all the help we can get. All right.
You had marinara before, Zeke?
Just that one time you had us over. Wait, no, I wasn't
That
there.
was Jag.
Just that one time.
Who said Jag wrote me about it?
I've never had it, but Jag mentioned that there might be some delicious food if I
Alright.
came down.
Alright.
Zeke was there vicariously through Jag's letter.
Jag wrote
Maybe
me
the
one last
marinara will
letter,
snap
and all
the
it said
Jag
was
out of whatever's going
marinara.
on here.
Couldn't try.
You never know, that like scent recall memory, it's real. It's legit.
He'll come back from the dead and get a taste of it.
Yeah, but I did give him the sense of getting the lights punched out of him, and that didn't seem to work.
That is true.
But did that have a smell associated with it? Maybe like the
That's
smell
hard
of blood.
to say. Have you ever been knocked out by someone punching you in the face?
I mean, I've been knocked out by whatever
She got
kind
up
has
again.
had, but now I don't really recall any sense with that. No,
Well,
just the dark void.
And with that, we're going to go on break for a minute.
Love it.
Go grab some cake, and we'll be back soon.
Whee!
Fine.
And the ice back.
We're back. And we've already lost Rent.
Right,
So anyway, I started punching.
I was blasting.
And Drent is gone.
It's crazy.
And he came back with pretzels.
Ooh, natural fun.
Wanted to take the break before we advance the scene. Is there anything else that you guys thought of that you would like to ask to the group, or anything that you would like to do as you ride?
No, I
No.
don't happen to know.
Was that a serious one?
That was a serious, yes,
Oh,
yes.
go, Trent, go.
Is there any conversation you want them to have so you can
Yeah, but-
benefit from it?
Yeah, but I didn't meet the guy.
I'd like to talk to Rich again real quick.
What are you thinking?
He would have met him.
Sort of like just no
He's the only
preamble.
one who would have met
So
him.
before when you were talking to Jordan, sorry, I'm
The
Jordan.
other guy from the
I'm kind of quiet sometimes.
tavern call. That's
Jordan
currently
mentioned it.
correct.
Okay.
That
You mentioned that you
interests me
heard a
if this
different
person would
version of Ray's Tale.
Well, I was very concerned about
that's-
the book. I don't
Yeah,
know if
I
I
know.
remember the name.
It's fine. It's too bad.
That it was darker and that the way that Ray's actions were described was different than our. How so?
It's been a while. I don't remember it verbatim. But sorry, let me look here for.
I thought you mentioned something of that sort anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, she did.
I think Jordan might have tried to follow up on it, but also you were giving Kevin the name of the song.
The name of that. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was just asking about what was different, but
Yeah.
not anything.
Yeah.
There wasn't. It was just worse.
That was all the information you got.
It sounds like it's like what we have as a fairy tale versus what they actually were, kind of thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But it
Yeah.
might have just been that we got.
It sounded like Ray's actions had a connotation of being, I'm assuming, bad or evil.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm wrong, but
Or she got. My other take was she got like it's not. She got sick and died. Like they.
It possessed her
Yeah. Or
or something.
yeah.
Brothers Grimm versus
Exactly.
Disney.
Yep.
Well, the one I read that Jordan authored seemed innocent, like
I read that one too.
Rhea was just trying to make friends.
Right.
And who knows, maybe she was. But the other one I remember that mentions this girl and her doll. Her name was even spelled different in that one, but the crux of it was the same, but it was a little more spoke of kidnapping, of families being torn apart. In the end, she still was, well, in this version it said she left on an adventure. The other one I read, she was exiled.
That would definitely be different than the one we heard.
Like I said, same. The core of it is the same, but the connotation was.
That was
different.
the word you said before. The connotation. That's a big word for me. I don't know how to. That's too big for my. Those words are too big for me.
Do you not read much?
No, I read all the time. Just not the same kinds of things you might be reading. You know, road signs, that kind of thing.
Ah, yes. You read road signs all the time.
Well, when I'm traveling.
Interesting. You travel a lot then.
Sure.
So creepy.
There aren't like other versions of these, of this story, or of like other people making friends with things, are there? That we have to worry about other rays running around.
Oh, I've only read the one. And I suppose you're right, though. Maybe it could be a different character.
I'm hoping there's no more. I mean, if this is the story of sort of this doll and this girl or whatever making friends, I hope this is the only doll out there. No one else is fighting more of these things somewhere else.
Oh, well, I would also love for it to be the only doll, as long as we're the ones to get it then.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to get that off Halsef.
Well, we can work on it. It seems like you all don't want Halsef to have it either.
Wait a minute. What do you want to do with this doll?
Well, preferably make money with it.
How are you gonna make money with it?
You barbarians are all the same.
Well, we'll have to see.
Like, so my understanding.
Now, Trent.
We'll have to see how it works, of course. Oftentimes,
Jag's just like,
these stories turn
Twitching.
into profitable ventures.
Well, this one looks like it possesses big dudes and makes problems.
Well, and of course, there's a line that shouldn't be crossed, but certainly with an item with unique properties like this, there's some way of capitalizing on it.
Okay.
I mean, if we stick a blade through it,
What would
we
you
can make
What
a
would you
capital T
rather do with it?
Yeah,
out of it, right?
we could. Make it if we froze it.
I don't think
It'd be nice.
it's a doll that plays nice with others.
You think the doll itself?
Easy.
It talks in your head.
yeah, we heard it sort of talk to us when we were trying to fight Condis.
It helps him cheat at fighting.
Wait, did you help some cast spells?
Well, I didn't, but all the rest. Well, some of you mentioned
Well,
That's what-
Gerard's
Helps him
heard the
cheat
doll,
at fighting.
right?
it. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember much of what it said, but it certainly talks to you. I think the doll's the one that makes you do, well, like you said, makes you do nothing. I see. We'll have to be careful then. A bit more research. Don't dive into anything. I wouldn't like to, like you said, become a member of theirs.
I don't want to speak for Drent here, but I don't know where all this we stuff started from. I don't think
Well,
this is
we're traveling together.
all of us.
Currently.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. You're just talking about like what we're gonna do next. I don't know that there's like a.
Oh, well, of course, the choice is yours as long as you don't get too close to the doll, am I right? The choice is yours. But perhaps we could be of benefit to one another.
There was this other person from the Tabernacle Empire that was in Corette that was talking about like some
Really?
stuff that we maybe were working with. I don't remember her name. His name. I don't remember.
Oh
his
man, that was
name.
weird. It was like some. Man, excuse me.
No, I think I told you about it right after.
Who?
Yeah, that.
There was a snake. I was hissing
Oh, yeah.
at hiss.
The menace snake.
I'm
But
getting.
now that you mention it, it was.
I think
Roll,
so,
roll
too.
for animal handling.
2.
Yeah, it hisses.
It was,
Wait, no, -1. 1.
Beautiful.
he was
Fights you,
traveling.
you die.
It's intensifies.
Wasn't
Hisses
Trent
twice
there
as much.
in the room?
No.
Trent, no.
No.
What? The first time we got really.
Oh,
Trent definitely
no,
met him.
Trent was definitely.
Trent definitely met him.
I'm looking
That's
for the.
right. That's
Oh.
where the.
Yeah, that's where
that
this whole
happened,
thing happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking for his name in my notes.
Maybe the first person from the Topical Mercantile
Cern
Alliance.
Cregnus Abernol?
Yeah.
Oh,
Abernol?
Lucerne Cragnus Abernol. I've heard that name.
Oh, I just said it. Yeah.
And I've heard it before, too.
Oh, okay.
He's made his way up here.
He was here a couple
Getting
days
desperate, that one.
ago. He was pretty talkative. I kind of tuned out a lot what he was saying.
Perhaps I am
Okay, yeah.
He's what?
desperate.
Alright.
Those of us that Verthane is just quite the walk from Still. Those of us that have come all the way up here are desperate to find new opportunities.
He was talking to Dave Vertan and Jag here. Although, I don't know, maybe Dave Vertan may be one of them by now. Who knows? Wouldn't surprise me.
One of
The Hears. I'm kind of just assuming everyone's a Hear until we know otherwise at this
Oh
point.
yeah, you might be going into Cultville.
When we last left the town, it was
gone the way of Nest Watch then.
No, don't tell me that.
We're at what? Everyone in S-Watch is a Hear?
Not everyone, but
Pretty much.
Boogers.
it's a popular pastime.
I mean, it's
there.
pretty close to the place we
Jump rope and hopscotch. You know?
Oh god, I hate hopscotch.
You're very like upbeat about all this. Are you happy about it? Like,
Well-
what's
It's interesting.
It's
isn't
easier.
it?
It's easier when you don't know any of them.
Yeah.
well, that's fair.
I mean, it's all up here. It's not in the tavern call.
That's true. Well, actually, I don't know. That's probably true.
I'm
Seems
sure it'll work its way down. I mean, who doesn't want more friends?
it will if she takes the doll down with her. Like, that's
Yeah,
not
I
if you
don't
take it
want
right to him.
I know.
You bring a good point. If the cult spreads the way you say it does, and I've seen evidence of it. When I saw it in Nestwatch, it seemed harmless enough from my perspective. People seemed happy, if pointless. But if it's unwilling, then that could prove difficult if it makes its way down past the storm range. Not that I don't care what happens to you and your people, but blood runs thicker than water and all that.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's okay.
Hello.
So also you mentioned how you were getting all these changes from Capital, all these changes coming down of all the different ways you had to send out your batteries and all that fun stuff from John Speak.
Leaf was mentioning.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were part of that conversation.
Okay, bye.
Is
I don't want to talk to you.
She just
Is,
pulls him out of her purse.
is Rich part of the group that sends the batteries around, or is he just traveling with them?
She's just traveling with them. She has. I've invested in this one. Lee 4 gets paid and met me down in down near Hubblewall,
Gotcha.
and he could, given the difficulties he's been having from the Searchiart, he could use some financial assistance.
Well, I mean, Dave, I don't know if you want to hear this too, but I've seen some proof that Gonspeak is sort of supporting the speakers, or the hearers of the word's agenda. He wants people in Corette, for example, to open the doors for the hearers, and so I'm not unconvinced that the hearers haven't already infiltrated the CRHR. Now I don't know if the changes to how these batteries are being sent around have anything to do with it, but it wouldn't surprise me either. Why? Hell if I know, but it seems a little ill-timed for it not to be.
It's true. It does sound like a perfect time for the Tavern Cult to come and smash us while our people are doing nothing.
And
Hopscotch.
just leave Coretta out of it. You know, it's
There's already 2 people from that place going to Corette. It's just
It's
very.
a full invasion.
It's a very
It's a full
interesting.
invasion. There's 2 of them here already.
There's 2.
Who? 2 of who?
From the Tavern Call.
They're everywhere.
I didn't realize that I struck such an imposing figure.
We speak in hyperbole. You'll get used to it.
You know what?
What? In hyperbole?
Yeah, rich people talk.
Is that like a
I don't know.
really fast bowl?
Yeah, we'll talk.
It
about
sounded like he's talking about exaggeration.
We speak
I know that one.
Yeah.
Race car.
I shouldn't be playing. I do have 14 intelligence. I shouldn't be playing this time. Like, I'm not dumb.
Leave it to me.
You can be a lot of nature. You can be smart and not have a wide vocabulary.
Yeah, I suppose
You-
that's true.
You know so much about nature. A lot about.
I know
animals.
all the animals, which has nothing to do with my intelligence. Wait, is
Yeah, it
this?
does.
Nature's
Sorry,
a
Pathfinder.
knowledge check,
In
baby.
Pathfinder, nature is wisdom.
Yeah.
I got confused.
Actually, I like that it's not. But
So you're here to deliver
sorry,
battery.
you think that? So your concern is? Were you saying all this out loud?
I was trolling, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I was not.
Trolling.
If it didn't come across that way, Zeke was definitely, and not trying to be
Sure,
like
okay.
sneaky. He was just making a joke about
Gotcha.
how
Yeah.
useless people are when they're part of the hearers. Free real estate.
For real sake.
What were you saying, Jordan?
I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, the 2 people I've met from the Tabernacle Empire. Again, I just got here like 3 months ago. I think 6 months ago. 6 months ago. 6 months ago.
What did you call it? You got isekai or something?
Yeah, it's this thing that happens to really important people.
Oh, right.
Is that when you stab yourself?
Huh?
Is that when you
Yeah.
like stab yourself with your own katana?
No,
that's
it's
Sudoku.
yeah. It's-
Oh, isekai is where you do the numbers in the grid.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. And then when you unlock them, a door opens up and you go to a different dimension.
Most of the time,
Good
actually,
thing I've
you
never
have to get hit by a
solved one.
truck.
Right.
Then you
Those
end
called.
up-
Yeah.
Sorry, Japan.
I was doing
It's okay. I was just in Tokyo.
Yeah,
They didn't mind when
they
I did it
love
there either.
So, but you guys both are really interested in, maybe it's just like, I don't know, it's probably just that you're wealthy enough to be able to travel, so of course you're interested in books, and like to be able to come across the mountain range, you'd have to be wealthy enough to afford the travel to get here, so it's probably not related. It's just interesting that both of you are interested in books and artifacts. You'd both come to Corette as like part of your next, it's interesting. What are you looking for? Interesting things, I know. But
Sorry,
like,
I don't know. Sorry, me as Caleb, I don't.
Yep,
it's
you're good.
fine. It's fine.
I don't
It's
remember
fine.
them being an interest. Were they looking for interesting things?
the person, when we talked to the other person, I thought they were.
Abernol was just up here for business ventures.
Oh,
It's alright.
That's what I was remembering. Is
Okay,
That's all
That's
he
my
said.
bad.
He was
I
like-
thought he was also.
But what you might be thinking of is the aspect that Suren definitely said that they could fetch a good price for the items that Jag brought.
Must be, yeah. I don't
She
know. I
did
must have.
say that there are interested buyers.
Gotcha. I think I misremember that a little. That's my bad.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
All right. Welcome to the city.
Or like still half a day's travel up.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Was there anything else? I feel like I thought someone else was starting something.
I was talking about the infiltration of the Search Arc potentially, but
Mm.
I wasn't really. As a general warning, I wasn't really intending it necessarily to continue a conversation.
Oh, that's right. With the infiltration by the hearers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be.
I have no proof that it's necessarily happened, but considering how fast they're spreading and how easily it can happen, it would not surprise me that.
Well, I'm sure if they are able to exercise their will over others in that way, that going for the ruling body seems a natural choice.
That's what I would do, probably.
Interesting, but okay.
Yeah, just like talking to like especially since they're gonna be in the land more.
Yeah.
The Sparkers and the Jets, just keep your eyes open.
On Leafor will say, I didn't. We've tried to avoid the heroes as much as we can. I didn't realize that they've
You might be working for them already.
gotten so close to the search art. Well, if we're working for them, they don't want us doing a whole lot.
Maybe you don't have to worry about it because if they get to you, then who's running the power? If you're too busy doing hopscotch.
Maybe. They don't seem to worry about much.
Yeah, who knows?
All right.
Yeah, and everything else.
If you guys don't have anything else, then the travel continues. And
when we inevitably pass a plains lion, just to make a point, I will grab it by the tail and cut it in half while
Can do better.
It's just a cub.
It's already dead.
It's already the one that House of put down.
Reese, that was a pet cat.
Oh no.
plains lion.
Blade sign.
Plains lion.
It's a feline in the plains. I don't know what you
Count.
It counts.
Plains lion.
And it was lying down, so I mean.
As you continue, the
Don't sleep around this guy.
after probably so this conversation happens kind of over the course of the journey. At one point, you would see a bird with a large, colorful beak fly over to Funt at one point as he sort of holds his arm out for it, and then he sort of sends it off again.
Oh, look out! It's a hero of the bird.
Jordan, you would recognize it as a
He
macaw.
said it was colorful.
Wow, that's cool.
A parrot?
Huh?
A macaw.
Where'd you find that? Where'd you find that bird?
That's my what's his name?
Birdsley Williams.
Birdsley Williams.
The bird dog's ear.
That's Tori.
That's sorry.
Sorry. That is the name that I had. It was
Excuse me?
Turi, and we're just gonna not do that because that's gonna make life.
Clearly, it's Birdsley.
That steers the campaign in a completely different
Right.
direction.
So not only
She flew away!
I've read I got reincarnated as a slime. Right? I know how this goes.
That's Bella.
That's my dog's name.
She should be
There you go.
Birdsley.
That's
There you
fine.
go.
I'm fine with it being your dog's
That's
name.
my dad's dog. Yeah. Anyway.
It's difficult enough having two Daylins. I'm just gonna try avoiding that as much as we can. Sometimes it happens.
The Tori 2.
Bella.
The
Birdsley.
are there
should've
more
been a Tori.
birds like that in?
The world?
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting because
There's no more macaws, but I got a monkey. It's a macaw.
I mean, they're down close to the Vertea. They're smart.
Yes, they are.
Not many of them, but they're around.
They live forever, too.
I got one myself.
Know where we're going.
You like
I'm
it?
impressed.
Where do you say they were?
Probably right.
They
Down near the
are-
Vertea, southwest of the Nestwatch.
Is it probably
That is
related to
where-
them on an intellectual level.
What's his butt found nest.
They should
Sorry,
be-
I realized
Oh, right here? On the chair?
the location of the nest. Basically, give me Reese and Drent. Give me survival checks.
What do you
We're racing the X.
That's where you put the nest.
11.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Like he
More-
said, it
more
was
than 11.
between
17.
nests.
This is the worst.
Brent, you
eraser
would
job
realize
I've ever seen.
I described the location of the nest
Why did you
incorrectly.
write with the
It
pen?
is. It's basically you would be able to pretty much pinpoint it to where you guys walked out of the castle.
Oh, okay. That makes much more sense.
That's what I thought.
Sorry,
but then you
sorry.
described the location.
When you guys
over
were
there, I
like
was
pondering
oh,
it, I was like, I thought you would just put it together, and then I looked and I'm like, that's because I told you the wrong place.
because I remember
So
we
it
were
is-
not near enough to nest watch for it to be just like
Right.
right
Right.
there.
Right. So
Right, and so it wouldn't have been south of Nestwatch. which is like west of Green Nest would be like south of Nest Watch, and it wasn't. It's north of Nest
Oh,
Lodge.
guys, so I just realized that place is totally the place we were at.
West of the road, east of the lock.
Right there.
Though we didn't see a part that looked like a bowl, did we?
When you came
when we
out
came
of
out.
the tunnel, it was sort of a bowl shape
We were in the nest.
That-
Yeah.
that you like walked out of.
Yep.
That's okay. I'm gonna go back there and
Turn
stomp
around.
his baby birds
Turn it around.
out of the nest. Sorry.
It's a cool bird.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All the new dogs here have,
Cool birds.
something. Some little animal to hang out with them. We all like just enjoy our animals.
Huh.
Take Ragnum here. Here's that weasel somewhere. Where's Earliff? He's out scouting for us. He'll be fine.
The wagon. It's like it's
Can you? This is gonna sound crazy if it's not true. Can you talk to them?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not.
Are you hungry?
I knew.
Yes.
How about the weasel, the ferret?
Well, I can talk to it.
Yeah. Okay,
You'd have a good conversation with it, Foon.
yeah. No, that makes
No,
sense.
they listen pretty good. And they're trained real well. The
I can tell.
new dogs here we have a way of training animals pretty well. And Reese, you would have seen
Many
it would click that like there were, just kind of like you guys saw the moles in the tunnels, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a fair amount of more animals working with the new Dodzir than against them, and in that area is surprising.
So many pelts.
Can I try and give the bird who's I don't know what its name is because I
Bella.
Bella.
Can I try and give Bella some scritches?
Yeah, he'll sort of
Actually, part
hold it.
vampire.
Yeah, she's friendly. She's nice.
Just like teeth coming out of the beak somehow.
It's a viper macaque.
There's just
It
some
turned
things
to a
that are.
bat.
Snake for a tongue.
Guys, I never realized I've never been freaked out by bats before. And then I walked in a cave with a lot of bats where like
I hate it.
I was very close to them and it was like a small enough space that if they moved, I was like in their path, and now I understand Batman. At like a whole new level, I'm like, yeah, that would just terrify me.
Are you Batman now?
No, they didn't move.
Would you tell us if you
we were on a metal platform, like that we were walking across, and so every so often it would like buckle, and you're like boom, and whenever like a loud noise went, you just hear the bats start like,
Oh,
and me and Molly were both just like, okay, like never in my life have I felt a stealth check more than that cave.
My mom sent me this picture literally today of all the bats flying over their house. Hate it.
Wow.
I'll find one. I'll find the one of me that Molly took
lot of
after the
bats.
stream.
There's always bats out though.
They weren't like within, they were probably within like 8 feet, and it was just too close. Too close. They're so cute, but in
One
that
at a
moment, I
time.
was like, that's enough. That's enough bats.
Nudes are Zier are Disney princesses.
Yep.
Cool.
But just with one Disney prince.
where are you guys staying
Ah, so they're from his Dark Materials.
when we get to Corette tonight? Just so we know.
I'm gonna go see.
We'll probably find.
That was a general question.
That's a good one we should answer.
Times we stay there, we typically stay at
Birdsley's in
the one
the aviary.
draft.
Always draft. Okay.
Oh, draft.
The apiary.
Well, we're
Just
not
getting
staying
some
at
house.
Silties.
Yeah, and you guys are welcome to
That place is
Night
sketchy.
crash there.
crash.
Are you staying in your apartment?
Who knows though? Maybe Dalen's still there.
What?
You have a house, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you're going to your house,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Yes.
You probably have deducted where my house was just because of all of, like the leather being
Like I
dry
followed
outside,
you there. Yeah.
or that too, maybe.
No.
But
Not at all.
So as the
Where are you staying?
Oh no.
as the wagon continues, you
Sweet, baby.
continue going over this hilly terrain, and it eventually levels out just a little bit, and you see Corette in the distance.
Still day.
Yeah, it's sun's going down, getting late in the day.
Sun's getting real low. big
Is
guy.
it
Sun's getting real low, big guy.
how far away in the distance is it?
It's close enough. You can make it there tonight. I like to let you see that. If you would like to do anything,
Nope.
Is there planes lying around?
there's a planes lying right next to you.
I heard it when I asked. I heard it too.
I will.
You could go find a planes
Yeah.
line if you want. You are pretty confident that you could not lift it up by the tail and cut it clean in half, but
I
Never
think
know until you
like
try.
right before we get in like distance
Spitting
where I
distance?
would like spit in distance where I would like hop on and say, "Hey, cool, see you, bye." I would like to ask if I could have the little stabby thing in case my family needs stabbing.
I think I need that for example time with
Yep.
Lessig and the mayor.
Okay.
But
maybe we
if
all
things
go
are wrong, just come get us.
to,
Okay.
what if we all go to Glessig's and then when we leave, you take the knife, or you want to go straight home? I wouldn't blame you if you did.
I want to go straight home. They
You can go
haven't seen
straight
me in
home.
like at least 2 days.
We'll be at
You're-
Glessig's. If they are affected, come to us.
And your family's going to be fine.
Okay, thank you.
We'll only have to stab them a little.
Nah, they won't have to be stabbed. Don't worry.
I mean, Max just like makes friends with anyone she meets.
So there's no reason for them to, It's all
Mm.
good.
I made my Reddit account on my birthday on purpose. My 10-year, apparently.
nice. I like it.
My cake day is my cake day.
So as you
To home.
approach the walls of the city, you see a few more people there than you would typically see.
Sick.
Typically,
Like
you'd see
outside?
or sorry, I'm sorry. As you approach, you would see the normal number, the normal guards.
Totally not suspicious number of guards.
I guess we
But you
will
very
continue
quickly
Reddit.
see one raise a signal, and shortly thereafter, as you continue to walk up, you're still not even in arrow range. That's sort of my like distance threat range, right?
Maybe we could have all hid in the wagon. Maybe that would have been smart.
Well, my point,
I
my
can be very loud. My threat range.
the,
is very
the sorry,
far.
the only reason I say it like that is because like I assume you guys are okay approaching until you feel like
Yeah.
something bad could immediately happen to you.
That makes sense.
But after a bit, a few more people show up. And as you get even closer, as if you continue to approach.
Kit,
Yes.
are we close enough where I can like get a read on who these people are?
So as you get close enough to recognize some faces, you see the familiar face of Glessig and a couple other guards.
Oh, this will be efficient.
And if you continue approaching,
Immediately looking for how many ears Glessig has. Be safe.
give me a perception check. Eventually, you'll see regardless.
Yeah, but I'm
I'm
like,
also highly interested
Go
in
for
this
it.
particular ear count.
I am looking until I figure it out.
20 of the natural variety. So 19.
12.
22.
Unnatural
Yeah,
variety.
you, Zeke, you would see that she still has both ears.
Okay.
Never mind, 21.
You, as you look, you see she has both ears, but she doesn't look happy
Yeah.
to be here.
I mean,
watched a guy tied up in somebody's house, so.
It's this wee conversation. I wasn't there.
Glessig
No, this was me.
steps, takes a couple steps forward to meet you as you approach the gate. Says, Reese, I've heard some things. Reese, did you leave a guy tied up in your apartment?
Lawyer. Yeah.
No.
We've got proof. Let me show you.
Reese, did you leave a guy tied up in your apartment?
Prior to his interaction with the hearers of the word, it was consensual. No, I'm just kidding.
As you pause, from around the corner, Surin steps out
Oh, it is.
and says, Blessig, you heard what Dalen said. She looks at you. Put them under arrest. You know it was all of them. And she draws her sword and says, you can either come with us peacefully,
Surin does?
yeah, or not.
Why did I have to take 13 damage from ants this morning?
Same.
Oh, wait. We could have short rested.
You
right?
would have at some point short rested.
Okay, good.
You would stop for lunch at some point.
How many people are there right now?
6.
Oh, did you have a short rest? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
How many people?
There's no, you've at some point set for a bit.
I don't know what you guys are dealing with. I got no damage.
Yeah. Must be nice.
It is nice.
Oh, wait, actually.
Fucking
What do you mean
spiders,
ant
that's weird.
bites? Those things
Yeah.
big?
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
How many are there?
There is Surin, Glessig, and
Actually,
give me a perception check.
Yeah. Like Glessig's not gonna fight us.
Unless
So-
she's.
No.
Unless
She's
she's
not.
been-
She doesn't treat so. 14.
14.
Yeah. She doesn't like the cures. This is gonna be fine.
Unless she's been.
There are 4 guards.
Sewer and 4 guards is regular towns guards, right? Like not heroes elites.
They are towns guards.
Do I see anybody on the fence?
because
Yeah.
his name is Acid.
That's including 2 of them on top and 2 of them on the bottom.
Okay, so
And I look at Reese and I'm like, you might need to use that proof of evidence in a second viewer.
I would again.
What's Jag doing?
I was gonna say I would again like to, for shock value, produce Jag.
Yeah.
So if you pull Jag out, he'll sort of stand there, not really doing much. And Surin. So you've also kidnapped my cousin then?
Ah, shut up.
Jarrus says hi too.
What have you done with Jarrus? Would you like to plead guilty to any other crimes? And Glessig's just like, shut up. Soren, now
Nice.
I think we can discuss this as long as everyone stays calm. We don't have to. And Soren scoffs. They stand there, stealing my cousin, and having tied up Dalen, and this is what you do about it?
So, who sent you? Like, what are you doing here? Because, we're with the sheriff, and you're kind of just annoying.
I'm here to make sure that criminals are brought to jail.
Oh, did you intend to lock yourself up?
I was
That's
gonna
so
say
nice.
I'll go with you if you want.
That's
We
what
can-
we're here for.
we can talk this
Crazy.
over.
Man, it's not too long ago that. Does she have her sword on her, waist?
Oh, she's
She
holding
drew
it.
already,
Yeah, it's not too long ago that you were stabbing us with that. That's like bizarre.
Maybe I should have more firmly.
Oh, see, Glessig, now she just admitted to
Oh,
it.
she
So
admitted
this is...
she was stabbing us. Gillespie, this is messed up.
Yeah, so Glessig, you gotta...
Soren told me about how you guys came into the Hearers building. She said they defended themselves.
That there's no deed of property for that building. Does not belong to them.
And we didn't actually go there. We don't
I
they
didn't.
dragged us
Oh,
there.
guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you to put down your weapons.
Mine aren't drawn.
Yeah,
I understand. I'm gonna have to ask you to set them down.
So this is kind of bizarre. They kidnap a child and you'll do nothing but they'll lie to you. And
Do you
we're
know
under
where
arrest.
Emmeline is?
Yes.
Where is she?
The nest.
Just
and then I
outside.
look straight at Surin.
The princess's castle, as they call it.
She just shrugs. I don't hear any proof.
So here's a wild turn of events, Gillespie. So if we went in to this so-called, we barged into their house and assaulted them. How the hell did we end up out here with this caravan coming back into town?
Glessig looks at Leafor. Where'd you find him? Leafor says. They helped me pull the wagon out. Said they wanted to come back to Corette. I just found him on the side of the road north of Nestwatch. Glessig looks at you guys and says, at this point, and looks kind of behind her a little bit, not towards Surin, but just sort of back towards the town. I am being told to bring you in, so I have to bring you in to the best of my ability. I am responsible to make sure that Corette is safe, and so if you guys want to come into Corette, I will have to place you under arrest.
So I'm just looking at
You,
just,
what?
just want to walk the other way.
You're doing a shit job.
Oh,
Boys, I say we turn around.
You sure?
Soren says, Glessig, please, you have to do something about this. Get the guards, and Glessig will say,
We are not in Corette yet.
I will defend Corette to the best of my ability under the Serche art. So if you come into Corette, I will have to place you under arrest. Unfortunately, the individuals that have been helping me with trouble outside of Corette are not in my employ currently.
Is he talking about?
Totally's just like
Make an
shaking.
insight check.
Okay, so my non-insight check read on this is that a member of the search yard or someone close to it is here and now has the mayor and the town guards, so Glessig has fuck all for backup.
Her people are now
Right.
Hearer's people, is what it
Can I-
sounds like.
Also, like,
Yeah.
deputy powers.
Deputy Bowers.
That's,
Oh, that's right. You were deputized.
Yep.
She would say she would amend it.
13.
Hey, Harry,
My deputy too seems to not be here to assist me in this matter. I'm sorry, Surin. I will keep Corette safe, but I can't go gallivanting off after every ne'er-do-well out in the countryside.
Especially if we all run in different directions. Scatter!
Split the party!
Well, maybe we just go to.
I think
Let's
just
go-
stop talking and turn around.
Yeah. I am going to approach Rich. I'm gonna turn around and approach Rich.
She's just like,
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, her. She's the one with the blade out. Do not go near her if you value your life or freedom. Make your delivery. Meet us in Bantour, and we will tell you about some interesting shit.
all right. Yeah. She sort of looks
Sheriff,
around a
you
little
can.
bit
Oh, sorry.
and goes over and starts talking to Leefor a bit off on their own. After a bit, some money changes hands. They shake, and Rich grabs her bag and just starts walking off, like around the side of the town.
Oh, she doesn't want to go
I'm
in.
like, nope.
I'll see you there.
Smart. Super smart.
I like it.
Man. Rocking it again.
Yeah. Can I just? Can Tully just like?
Glessig. Dalen was me, obviously. He was held in my apartment. I'll cop to that one. Tully had nothing to do with it. She didn't even know.
That's good to hear, Tully. I always knew that my deputy would be more trustworthy than that, and Surin just, please! And Glessig just, like, shoots her a look, and she's like, someone's found in Reese's apartment. Tully's been working for me longer than she's known Reese.
Are duels allowed? is that part of
I also, like,
for
it-
the interest of especially our particular is there legal duels in the
There's not, like, a legal framework for it.
Trial by combat. Let's go.
And it's not really a thing. Like,
Okay.
people just
Yeah,
don't.
I was just
Yeah.
curious because sometimes that's a thing.
Yeah.
Well,
If you guys keep
I will not.
like clearly looking like you're not, like, if you make any move away, or if you just look like you're not gonna continue into Bantour, Surin, correct, thank you. Surin will step forward and say, well, maybe Glessig can't go capture outlaws in the wilderness, but I certainly can.
Yeah, piss on it.
Oh, I'd love to have you try, sweetheart.
Not so tough without your big boy taking care of you.
She snaps her fingers, and
Also
two more
bears.
two more cultists in colorful robes walk up beside her bearing weapons, the both of them. And
It's
says,
okay, they're only armed with some bearings. It's
Yeah.
fine.
come into Corette or not, you're not walking out of here alive.
These sound like I look at Glessy and be like, so like if I walk away and someone attacks me, I feel like it's within my rights to defend myself unless they bear the well, we know warrants are fuck all here, so
Well, then I guess we better
I
start
guess I'm gonna start walking away.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
you will hear Suren start running up to you, sword in hand.
Yeah, fuck this shit.
Hey!
Hand sword.
And we'll end it there for tonight.
Yeah, we will.
Sick.
It's gonna be much easier with just her. Well, she has 2 friends, but
No, they don't count.
not kindest and Jurass. Jurass with them.
Oh, that's stressful.
Hell yeah. Man, if only we're level 5.
We're level
We can take
5
kindness
in
if we're
spirit.
level 5.
Yeah.
Without the lieutenants, maybe. There was no
Yeah,
way.
no, that's-
There was no way. Even if we're level 5, there's no way that we take on the 3 of them.
We would have just actually dealt damage in that fight. I
That's-
just dropped a D10 under you.
Maybe with incredible rolls,
His name
us
is what?
versus them at full force, we could do it. But
Oh, it was a D8, not D10. I lied.
Dare you.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine. Family's fine.
They're fine. They're super okay.
The plus side, Leslie will probably help us here.
I think she's
No.
gonna abstain.
yeah,
from
I was
this
gonna
fight.
say. I think she's gonna defend the city of Corette
Yeah.
by
Well-
not moving from that entryway.
Yeah.
She's gonna protect.
I will not let this fighting spill into the streets and just
Yes.
stands in front of the door.
Yeah, that is the vibe. I was very prepared to leave
My
and
other
continue the
I mean,
adventure.
I was hoping that it seemed like Sewer was spilling into the fight. So
I was getting in there
hoping
one
to
way or the other.
antagonize as much
You
as
can wait
possible.
until nighttime and find a way to climb the wall.
Right, that was my next option. At least for Tully. I was
Stealth in, yeah.
yeah, if it was looking that hostile, I was be like, I have other things to figure out for now. I
I
will
said,
return to
let's
this.
leave and go, but I was about to say that. I was going to make some random place.
I realized it as soon as you started talking. I was just like, should have let me finish that. You're 100%.
I knew my boy Reese wanted a rematch against specifically.
I think we
Sewer.
all wanted a rematch.
Yeah, but they were
Reese
doing
specifically.
like Battle Master stuff
Yes,
against
they
each
were-
other.
Yeah.
Yes. Reese specifically. I wanted a rematch with Jairus and we got it.
All right.
Because in the back he was fucking up me. And
I got to drop it. I got to say, Jared says hi.
We killed him, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Hell yeah, we
Okay,
did.
that's right.
He's very dead.
That
Right.
was the
Right before I took his head off with an axe.
Oh, that was
Just
the-
Jared's
yep.
not gonna be happy.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
let him know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Sick.
Jairus, he's a friendly guy. I wish you guys could have gotten to know him better, you know? Really good dude.
Well, he has been staying ahead
My
of
other,
things.
I had 2 other ways to try and do this, but it's weird because obviously it was not like, oh well, let's get Tully to not be with us because that does not make sense logistically for this game. But I was like, oh well, if I could just be like, yeah, no, that was totally me. She's fine, and
Yep.
just like let you go home. That
It's at
Is
least
something.
something. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
was
I
thinking the
think-
same thing. I was trying to
I
figure
think
out.
Or
Blessing was
conversely-
shooting for that, but Sora was like, no, screw this BS.
yeah. Or I was gonna be like, oh well, just put me in prison
See everyone
and I hang on to the
hopefully
blade
next
frame.
week.
Oh wait, we're still doing it.
Oh.